Hey, folks, after another week of technical difficulties, we're back. I'm Jameson GM Mace, and this is Shades of Gotham, our tiny supers, Blades in the Dark hack, if you will, of just chaos. Pure chaos and unadulterated. Fun. Fun for you, fun for me, and fun for that microwave in my background. That's always fun. Let's go around the table and introduce everyone. I'm going to toss it to Mr. Holmes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mr. Holmes, Michael Holmes, when you're nasty. No, wait, strike that, reverse it. Uh, and in our little stream tonight, I will be playing RX, who is the resident doctor who uses pharmaceuticals to mimic superpowers from time to time, and also uses vehicles to ram giant robots to great effect when the situation calls for it. And to my left is Joey.
Hey guys, I'm Joey. I am playing Dodger, the ex-trust fund kid turned acrobatic cat burglar. Wanted to bring down the 1% because they need to be taken down a peg. And people need money that aren't the 1%. Mostly him. He needs money. Send Dodger money. Also, last week, Lynn made Superman bleed. That's my new thing now. I'm just going to recap the episode with the thing I remember most. And that was the big one. Lynn made Superman bleed. So let's pop to her and see what she has to say for herself.
Don't forget that she also made a deal with John Constantine.
Yes,
that was also a thing that happened. So I play Lan, I'm Nikki Wan, and she is a demon who has escaped from hell and is in pursuit of freedom, which is growing a shorter and shorter supply as she's roped into all these deals that she didn't want to have to do.
Didn't you give Constantine one of your real names?
Yes, one of my 4 real names.
That's not a good thing.
I mean, it's not a good thing at all. No, no. But you know, we needed to get Superman off our tail, and that was the deal. So,
I mean, that makes
Correct.
sense.
Yeah.
Equivalent.
I mean, you answered Batman's question. Does Superman bleed? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
But my name is not Martha. My mother's name is not Martha, though. So.
Martha.
We're out of luck. That comes
I haven't seen the films, but even I get that reference. Sorry, movies. Film is a value judgment.
You're better off.
I would say even movie is, towing a line there for a second.
It was moving pictures. That's the definition of movie.
How about a flick?
Flick.
There
Flick
There
might
you
be.
go.
For the
There you go.
It's decidedly
dismissive
a flick.
nomenclature.
Now, who's that last person talking? Who hasn't introduced themselves?
Oh, me!
Yeah, you.
Hey, everyone. I am Nick. I am playing Eddie Sislak, better known in the criminal underground as Manticore. He is a teenage runaway from an orphanage who is living a life of crime so that he can rescue his sister from that very same systemic
System, of oppression.
Yeah, thank you. I was really trying to get away from system there, but that was the only way that sentence really ended. So
Nope, we're double systeming it.
Yep, and he is completely
Almost a
in
shock.
charge of his own faculty and actions, and not at all under the control of an alien symbiote who is infesting his body and slowly changing it into a techno-organic metallic monstrosity.
I don't even know what you would say to that,
That's something that somebody who is doing all those things would say.
Would you say it's a shock to your system?
Little bit.
If it gets suppressed, is it a system of a down?
Oh, see, I was trying to work it in, and mwah.
Wow. Thank you all. I've missed this so much.
I'm sure.
That's because you're a masochist.
I am. I'm flogging myself now.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
So, who wants to recap last week? We got a little bit of it with the Superman bleeding. What else happened?
Well, Lynn, as we said, gave John Constantine one of their 4 true names. And I think we're going to hell? No, first we're going back.
I love this mix. I love that auto-tuned biz.
Wait for the beat to drop. Wait for the beat to drop.
There it is.
No. Go ahead.
This is so good. Yeah.
Dodger's parents barbecue.
Oh, wait, there we go.
Yeah,
He's back.
nailed it.
Landed the plane. All we got is Dodge Your Pants barbecue.
Well, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, so we're at the Dodger Pants barbecue this week. So yeah, we had to. Well, you didn't have to. You needed henchmen. There was perfectly good, food for less henchmen, Kroger henchmen, ready to work with you all. But no, you wanted something a little higher tier. So in order to do so, they went ahead and they said, "Hey, we will get you better henchmen if you knock off my boss, because he's standing in the way of me getting a promotion and getting you better henchmen." You all agreed. Well, you didn't have to knock him off. Just get rid of him is what you were told. What you did with that information is entirely up to you. You ended up stealing a jewel and kidnapping the boss and pissing off Superman, and hijinks ensued in Metropolis, and now you're driving on back with the boss passed out. I don't know how would we say it's like a 6-7 hour drive from Metropolis to Gotham?
I'd buy that.
Would you
Well,
say?
do we take the tollways or?
I don't. I mean, you've
Do
got
the-
the coin for it.
Do we have the transponder to put in our window?
You can just always pay online, like they would go to the website.
Well, wait. Last time, didn't we? Well, hold on, fearless viewers. I think in last episode we determined that Metropolis is in Delaware and
Is in New
Gotham.
Jersey.
Yes, is in New Jersey.
is in New Jersey. So, however long it takes, which really it just makes so much more sense.
I completely
I don't
agree
know.
with everything
Yes, he
you
is-
said.
Am I cutting out again?
Immensely. It's great.
All right. I'm gonna duck out for just a second while I switch devices.
Hold on,
Don't
we're
you
gonna
won't
go
go
ahead
anywhere.
and we're gonna take a quick pause. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Had to change over some internet, fight off some dark side goons. The usual biz. It's Gotham. That's what we do. So, you guys have this upper management, still middle management, but upper middle management boss in your back seat of this Prius, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
a powder blue Prius.
Powder blue Prius. Yeah. There is just a ton of CDs in the center console, and there's oodles of it. You wouldn't call it garbage, but like just stuff crammed everywhere underneath the seats, just taking up space. There's nowhere really you can get comfortable without feeling something sticky. So the drive is okay. You trying to keep him just sedated the entire time, or you can let him come to at a certain point?
I think it benefits us just to kind of keep him in a nice twilight state.
2
That's fair.
hours and 45 minutes to go. I want to keep him sedated.
Okay, so sure enough, there is a toll booth as you enter Gotham. Long bridges, and there are people in line watching as you come through. How are you going to process your friend? Just gonna prop him up with sunglasses and
Sunglasses on him and have him just leaning back in the middle.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
taking a snooze.
little siesta. Okay, all right.
Like anyone really gives a fuck, in all honesty.
It's,
Yeah, I mean,
you're
it's
not
Gotham
wrong,
City, dude. It's Jersey. Come on.
but it's also Gotham City. They've got fear toxins and all kinds of awful stuff. coming
Everything's
through.
legal in Gotham.
That's the direction I was
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
Is this why Gotham is in New Jersey?
Mhm.
True.
Yeah, just we're gonna weekend at Bernie's him.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, he's not dead, but you know what I mean. You
Right.
see what I'm doing.
Yet.
Right?
Could very well happen.
Burnitize me, Captain.
Do you feel the burn? So, as you approach the toll booth, person looks in, looks at you all, sends you on your way. Not even a thing. As you continue driving on, the streets of Gotham are actually much more crowded than normal. You don't remember there being this much traffic. I mean, considering it's about 11 in the morning. As
This
you
is why I don't drive.
What's up with this? Is there
Is
a
this what it's
parade
like
or
to have a
something?
job?
I pity them.
Right. So, yeah, there's lots of traffic, bumper to bumper. It ends up taking you an extra 2 hours just to get from the toll booth to the docks where you guys are supposed to be parked. During the way, you do see a sign, several of them, for the Gotham March. And it's supposed to be a march against crime. So, yeah, that's fun.
That's adorable.
Aw.
I think that all of us gangsters should organize a counter march, and we can call it the March of Crimes. We can take donations from all of the other shady characters.
Sorry, Nick, you were cutting out a lot there.
Oh, I'll say it again.
I'm
I
sorry.
think that we should form a counter march.
Oh my god.
The March of Crimes.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Can we get that shirt made, please?
GM Mace, I think I would
I
like
think it's
to...
already a GOP shirt.
Oh, yes.
Call the fire department for that sick burn, bro. Can I check to see if there's anyone following us? Because if we're stuck in that much traffic, I have to imagine that if they are following us, it's going to be hard for them to lose us.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. Go ahead and give me a check to see if anyone is following you.
Okay, let me bring up my handy Google Dice Roller.
Ooh.
I can't get
One
over how
success.
cool this is. You can barely even hear the car moving at all.
Yeah, they said they were going to introduce some noises so people thought it was a real car and you don't run over kids or something. I don't know. I got one success.
Okay, looking around, because I figured you were also driving, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or was Lynn driving?
I think we established I was
I
driving.
know he was driving because I
Okay.
got there last. Remember?
Yeah, they just kind of bamped into the car.
Yeah, she just was teleport.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you look around and no, it doesn't look like anyone is following you.
All right.
Good to know. Meta question. We are still down our normal stress, right? Because we haven't really had a chance to rest since last.
Right. You got in a fight with Superman and ran like hell. So
Wait. Let's clarify that. Lynn got into a fight with Superman.
Yeah, Lynn is the one who pissed Superman off. I feel like he was just slightly bemused by the rest of us.
I mean, she saw he could bleed. Why not? Why not push it a little bit farther? I mean,
Look, Michael's not arguing with it. RX, on the other hand, is taking a little bit of exception to it.
Whatever.
right.
It was with the
I've
dog.
never even seen these assholes before.
Hey, it's fine. I did the deal, and he's off our tail now, so we shouldn't have to worry.
Fantasy Animal Vegan says, Lynn, roll a dodge. The team is throwing a bus at you.
Oh no! I'll just teleport out of the way. No, it's true.
Is there any other sort of weirdness when we get to the warehouse? I mean, we're a
Yeah,
little bit on
actually.
edge right now.
Very much. So as you're moving through the streets, close to the docks from where you're at, a firefight breaks out. Starts off just one shot. You're like, maybe that's a firework. And then more. And you can tell it's a full-on firefight. It looks like the Riddler gang is doing battle with Falcone's people.
They're
Well-
riddling them with bullets.
They're riddling them with bullets and solving for lead poisoning.
In the middle of the parade.
Yeah, it's Gotham.
Not today.
Yeah.
Not on Gotham March Day.
It's the march against crime, not for it.
Oh, what a horrible tragedy to happen on March Against Crime Day.
Right.
I shit you not. I had actually meant to say this earlier when you said there were CDs in the console. Retcon, I put in Jagged Little Pill. So by the time we get to the firefight during
Dude.
March Against Crime, Ironic is playing.
Yeah.
There it is.
Perfect.
Well,
At least I think that's on Jagged Little Pill. I'm not
yeah,
gonna look
it
up.
is.
Okay.
It is. I got you.
It's,
All right.
yeah. If not, they've made a mixtape and it's on there. So
Sure.
why not? Yeah.
Old person music.
So we should probably do something about this.
So yeah,
At
that-
least get our charge somewhere safe.
We should get him back to Australia, right?
Yeah, I've got his room already.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, hold on, and I'm gonna try to, avoid getting shot.
Okay. So you're just gonna avoid being shot, just continue driving as you were?
Pretty much.
Okay, give me a defensive driving roll. So it's
Well, I
just
don't
a
see why I
drive.
should. Yeah, defensive driving. Okay, I got one success.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though the bullets weren't actually aiming at you, a stray one does actually clip one of your mirrors. Takes it right
Hey!
off.
Hey,
This is my car. Hey, anyway.
How'd that get on the mixtape? What? How did I get here? So
This is not my beautiful Prius.
yeah, you guys roll up to Australia, the secret name for your warehouse. The doors are locked. Who gets out to open it? And do you roll the car right in, or do you just park it right in front of it?
Well, seeing as it's not our car, I'd say it's probably advisable to take it inside.
Agreed. We probably shouldn't hold on to the car too long either, since
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it belongs to what's his bitch. We don't want evidence pointing back to us that we kidnapped him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they always just ditch it in one of their territories.
I mean, we pinned something on Falcone. We can pin this one on Riddler.
Fair enough. Do you want to leave it there, Dodger?
Yeah.
I can do it.
Are you
He's
sure?
so fast at running. I shouldn't it be
I'm-
him?
Bulletproof.
Ah,
Nothing to lose.
could you dodge bullets or something?
I haven't tried and not really looking to try it today.
Fair enough. You mortals are very weak after all. I understand.
Okay. That was an exchange.
It wasn't.
Does it get cloudy in here? Because there's shade everywhere.
Well, I mean, there's no sun in hell, so it's all shade.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. So you guys exit the car. You unload your charge. Do you take him down to your hidey hole, the ivy hole?
Yeah, we'll get him to the land down under.
Okay.
Yes.
That's too good.
All right. You
And it's also under the sea. It's a harbor, but that's still the sea.
It
Yeah,
certainly
we
is.
should have a song about it. Definitely.
I don't think anyone's written a song about the sea and or under the sea, so I think we're in the clear
Especially
here.
no one litigious.
No,
No,
not at all.
I've never heard anything remotely like that at all.
Michael, I'm giving you homework. I want you to make a playlist for this show of all the
All
songs
right.
we mentioned.
Okay, and there's some good ones in Twitch and the Twitch chat as well. So
Ooh.
Please and thank you.
mm,
We'll share that with all of our patrons.
deal.
So,
Thematic to it.
so you unload him beneath Manticore. You take the car. You drive off. You heading over to Riddler territory. You going somewhere else? What's your plan?
Yeah, I'll drop it off in Riddler territory, and I'm also going to steal the teenage kid's Switch that's in the car,
Of course there is. Yes, there's totally a Switch in here.
and the charging and all the stuff for it. And is there anything else interesting?
Let's find out. Give me a search
Switch
check.
Lite. More fortunately.
One success.
One success, yeah. Along with the Switch, you find that they've also got the newest Animal Crossing. So, that's a pretty good deal. So that's something. I mean,
Of course, Manticore is playing Animal Crossing. I love it.
It is all the worst villagers.
The best, you mean?
But he's created enough accounts so he has each of us as characters in the Animal Crossing village.
aw.
100%.
Yeah.
That would be a 5-star island if I was playing. So yeah, looking through, you also find some of their luggage in the back seat.
They're like an emergency stash of cash
Uh,
or traveler's checks.
no cash. But yeah, you do find traveler's checks in there. At least 3 of them.
Okay. And this guy is sort of a twerp, so he hasn't already signed them, I'm sure.
Exactly. Unsigned.
Great. So
No, but-
I'll take the traveler's checks.
Perfect.
And the I'll take the traveler's checks and I'll take the Switch, and then I will see if I'm gonna rip the plates off of it.
All right.
Just pop them right off.
All right.
And I'm gonna see if there's any of the internal circuitry that the symbiote wants.
Understood. All right. So you pop the hood and kind of hold your hand over the engine, and you feel the symbiote start to pour off of you and work its way through the guts of the car, as it were. When you hear a voice behind you, you having a problem with your car there? You look back and you see 3 fairly large, very unwelcoming faces. One of them with a huge grin, one with a mohawk, and the other one with his hair over one eye, but he's also wearing sunglasses and laughing.
I can't. It died on me, and I don't know why. And I pull the symbiote back in while it's still, under the hood.
No, I'm still eating. Let me be.
We're gonna need to ditch this in just a second.
Ditch it is fine, but let me finish. You haven't fed me in days.
said you were still stuffed from
Eating a person?
Mercury.
Yes, that was then. This is now. It's different. That's how time works.
I like these
Can't argue with
kind
that.
of kind of
He's got you
twerpy,
there.
know? Yeah.
I bet you eat every day too. Rub that in my face.
That I'm pulling back anyway.
Okay, so you want to try and
and-
exert your will over him?
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna have disadvantage on this. Go for it.
Disadvantage. Yay.
So just 1d.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I was doing it in a different game.
Roll 2d20. Take the lower.
Well, I was going to roll 3d6 and take the lowest combination.
Okay.
I still got a success.
Wow. Okay.
Rolled a 5 on that.
He pulls him, or it pulls itself into your arm, just as the 3 people surround you. One behind
Okay.
you. One of them with the mohawk leans over the car hood, and the other one puts his foot on the bumper. So what's the problem with your car?
I don't know. My uncle wanted me to. He was letting me borrow it so that I could take my driving test.
Oh, this guy's got an uncle. He wants to brag about his uncle. Oh, listen to this guy's uncle. And they're making a bunch of noise. Tell you what, why don't you give me your keys, and we'll see if we can fix it for you.
Can you guys do that?
Mohawk guy flips out a switchblade on the other side. I think we can do that. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I'm just gonna fumble them to the ground.
The guy behind you snatches them up quickly. I got it. Don't worry about it. And he goes around to the side of the car, opens it up. Car turns over. Looks like it's working good to me. Yeah, look at that. We got it working. Tell you what, as a fee, we'll just take it off your hands. We don't want you to have any problems like this. And they place a hand on your chest and kind of push you back from the car. What do you do?
No, it's my uncle. You can't do this.
Don't worry. We'll get it back to you in no time. No problem. Where do you live? No, really. Let's see your wallet.
Just take the car and just leave me alone.
He plunges his hands into your pockets. You feel the
Oh,
point...
no, he doesn't. No, he does not.
Okay, he's going to
If he
try
tries-
to.
Yeah.
He's going to
he could
attempt to
try.
do that. You feel the press of the knife tip against your back with the other guy behind you. So as he plunges his hands in, what do you do?
I'm going to shove him back and yell, "Stranger danger."
That's a no-no touch.
Stranger danger.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a test to just push on that. Be 2d6. Fine.
Okay. Do I have advantage on this because of my super strength?
Absolutely.
Two successes.
He is lifted off of the ground, flies through the air, rolls back on his back. The other guy is, slack-jawed, like, what just happened? What do you do?
I'm gonna turn and run
Okay.
as if I'm scared.
All right. You take off running. The guy with the knife is still dumbfounded, like, what the hell's going on? Guy on the floor says, "Get after him, go! What are you staring at me for?" And they all run and they pile into the car to chase after you in a powder blue Prius, because this is the games I run.
Love it.
You don't hear them coming after you, but you have a feeling
Oh,
they're
no.
there.
The horror of the Prius. You can't even hear it chasing you down.
Silent killer.
Yeah. I feel like this is a horror movie that needs to be made. An updated Christine.
Uh,
Oh no.
Oh, I have access to a powder blue Prius. We can make this happen.
I know. Beep beep boop boop. Here's the thing. I think that I spent some time living in the streets of Gotham,
Yeah.
before I hooked up. You know, when I left the orphanage, but I hooked up. So I know that there are places that I can get into that are not going to be car friendly.
Okay.
I don't know if there's one around here, but what I'm going to try and do is just lose them by going into places that the car isn't going to be able to match. And I can do the things like run down an alley and just one hand a dumpster behind me, and make things like that so that they can't follow me.
Okay, absolutely. So you're running down the alley. You're trying to move debris and detritus into their path to make sure they can't follow you. The same way you guys did in the car chase with the cops. Episode 2. Go check it out if you haven't yet. So go ahead and give me a test as you grab onto one of the dumpsters and pull. You get advantage on this. You do have super strength. Let's make that happen.
No successes.
Okay, you go to wrench it, and for some reason, I guess they must have
Bolted
chained
to
it
the
to the
ground.
yeah. Either it's bolted to the ground, it's chained to it, because people keep stealing our dumpsters. It's Gotham. Nothing's safe. So,
My dumpsters!
my dumpster, dumpster man, dumpster for sale. So you go to
My rubbages.
Yes,
my rubbages. Damn it! There's so many T-shirts this episode.
So good.
Joey, I'm putting you in charge of writing these down, please.
Oh, okay.
The March of Crimes and my rubbages. All right, you go to wrench it, and it doesn't move. You see them at the end of the alley. You would hear a menacing rev sound, but it's a Prius. Yeah,
Like a slightly higher tone from the engine.
exactly. But you see it coming after you. It's whirling. So are you going to keep trying to pull other debris to try to send the way, or are you going to try and like climb a fire escape, or what are you going to do? Go on a manhole cover? What's your plan?
Yeah, I think a manhole cover is fine. I don't want to go up.
Okay, not a problem. So yeah, looking around, you quickly spot a manhole cover. It is about 30 feet away from you. You can get to it, and you can get it open in your turn. But if you fail this check, there is going to be a collision.
That's fine.
Okay, so
I'll
you
do that.
run over there, hand on the manhole cover. Go ahead and give me that test with advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
Yes, super strength.
One success.
One success. All right. You pull it up. Do you just like flip the lid, or do you whip it at the oncoming car?
No, I'm going to try and just like pull it off to the side. My whole deal is I want them to think that I'm just some scared kid.
Smart.
I don't want them to connect superpowers into this. And I've already given away the game a little bit by the push, but that's something that could just be written off as like adrenaline. And same with the manhole cover. But like if I fling it at them or if they hit me and it crumples the car, that's a tell. I just want them to think that this is some jerk kid that, and when I make it too tough for them, they'll just go, let's just take the car to the chop shop and make that money. Like, who cares about the $20 he has in his wallet?
Okay. All right, you flip the lid open, you dive down there, you hear the Prius come to a silent but screech because the tires still make noise. They pile out of the car. Get in there! I'm not getting in there, it's dirty. Get in there, I said, and they bicker back and forth, but eventually they just kind of shrug and be like, we got a free car. Why chase the kid? So they let you go. You're in the dark of the tunnels beneath Gotham. We are going to cut to Australia. Dodger, you've thrown this person in the land down under. Are you watching them? Are you like in the room, or you just like slam the door, peace out, and go do back to your biz?
I think Dodger's gonna kind of peace out because I feel he's got some pretty good, restraints put in there. He did before the mission, and Land Down Under gives him the heebie-jeebies. So he doesn't want to spend too much time down there alone if he doesn't have to.
Oh, really? So the room full of shrieking trees.
The
gives you
treeple? Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you creeps.
Hmm.
See episode 1
It's
for that
probably
one.
great.
Yeah, so he definitely closes the door behind him. So even if the guy did manage to break out of his restraints, he couldn't get out of the Land Down Under. But yeah, he kind of just puts them in there and gets them all situated, and then closes the door and heads back upstairs.
Okay. Now you said restraints. Did you all bind him, or were you just like throwing him in there and closing the door and letting letting the doors prevent him?
I imagine we'd probably do some sort of at least hand tying.
Yeah.
Maybe tying to the cot. I don't know.
I think we tie him to the cot.
Didn't
Like hands or something.
didn't Lynn take a couple of handcuffs from the cops? Maybe
Yeah.
you just chain him to the bed.
Sure.
Not sure if she got keys, but she got cuffs for sure.
Someone has
Or-
super strength.
That
We're
sounds
here
like-
going,
that
we don't
sounds
need
like-
keys.
That's a later
That sounds
person's
like-
problem.
Yeah, that sounds like his problem.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. You cuff him to the cot. Does that sound fair?
Yeah. I
Okay.
dig it.
All right. The cot is light enough for him to pick it up and move around. Not very well. He can't really fit through the door unless he folds it up. But yeah, he can move. But he is passed out, arm restrained, in the land down under. After you've done so, Dodger, what are you doing now?
I'm gonna head upstairs and address the group. Okay, so we got him. What now?
So far, there's only Lynn and RX there.
I'm
Right.
busy going into the same like box or suitcase or whatever that I have all my identical outfits. I'm gonna take my few identical guns and take it out because Superman destroyed it. I only have one knife because that knife is from hell, but I have multiple Desert Eagles.
It's a hell knife.
That's true.
Well, I mean, we were just supposed to get him out of the way for a little bit. I have to imagine he's got some money. Didn't we talk about maybe holding him for a little bit of ransom too?
Yeah. We should probably figure out how to get in touch with the family. I'm sure we can get his contact information from Ronathan.
We should probably let things cool down a bit. Especially after
Ronathon or Jonathan. What was it?
I think it was Ronathan.
Was
it
it?
was
Okay.
Ronathan. It was Ronathan. It was like really weird.
Yeah, Ronathan Johnson.
Ronathan Johnson.
There we go. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's get Ronathan on the phone and let's see what we can do. I don't want to hurt this guy, but if there's some way we can parlay this into a little extra scratch, I'm absolutely not going to say no.
Yeah, I think our demands are basically give us money and get the hell out of Gotham. How hard can that be?
Totes. So you all call up Ronathan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Call up Ronathan. It rings for a bit before he picks up. Hello, you got Ronathan.
Hey, Ronathan, it's the Risk.
Hey, Risk, how's it going? When you gonna take care of that thing we talked about, that garbage you all were supposed to remove?
Oh, the garbage has been taken care of, or at least it's been picked up.
Oh,
We were looking for some information on the Garbage's family, so we can make sure that they all leave the city nice and quiet like.
okay. I think the family might still be in Metropolis. You might have to wait for them to get back.
Well, I mean, if they have a home phone number, we can leave a message.
I mean, who's got a home phone in this day and age?
The guy was wearing soft sandals. They have a home phone.
Touche. You are right. He probably does have a home phone. And it's probably corded, too, for all we know. Hold on. Let me look through my information.
Rotary.
He puts you on a hold, and of course it is that jazz music that you heard last time that infuriated Lynn.
Which I put on speaker.
Of course.
Isn't that off? Aja?
Okay.
What?
Dodger, you there?
Yeah, off speaker. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Here's his number. It's 818-555-1211. And it looks like he's on 23 Sycamore Street. It's his home address.
Great. That is fantastic. We will be in touch to get our goon situation straightened out.
Well,
Now, how soon are you going to be able to procure us these A-list goons?
Well, if the garbage has been picked up, it's going to take a few days for the garbage to be missed and possibly replaced, so we're looking at maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Well, I can only move so fast. I mean, the bed's not even cold yet.
Could always hire some regular goons in the meantime, just to hold down this fort.
I mean, there's no on loan goons who can give us some good faith while we get this straightened out.
Yeah, I can give you, like, Pyro. I think he's free.
He's very free, contracted by another, because last time that was your definition.
Well, right now he's in between contracts, and I didn't have access to him, but now that the garbage has been removed, I might be able to reach out and be like, hey, Pyro, I have some work for you. And he will say, thank you for the work. You are such a good person. Now everyone is now happy.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
I can't
Why not?
encroach on the other guy's territory, but now that he is out of it, well, fair game, as it were.
Sure. Let's get Pyro over here, and it'll be a nice start to this beautiful friendship of ours.
Okay, I'll make some calls. I'll let you know when he's on his way, all right?
All right.
All right, take it sleazy.
Ronathan? Who's named Ronathan?
Someone at a villain super, agency.
Sure. No, that was RX asking that. It's okay. So, wait, we have to hold on to him for how long?
Couple
Said
weeks.
like 2 weeks.
I claim not it for making sure his basic human necessities are
Look,
met.
I'll take care of him. I just need to find a way to see if we can get him set up with a saline drip, maybe a feeding tube.
Seems
Adult
reasonable.
diapers, perhaps.
So just to confirm, you're planning on keeping him in a vegetative state the entire time.
I don't want to deal with this guy.
All right, no, that's fine. Totally fine.
Why don't you just induce coma?
Yeah, look, I don't want him to have a bad time. I just want him to lose 2 weeks of his life.
You can't have a bad time if you don't remember it.
Exactly.
Feels like a bad message to send, but all right.
Drugs.
2.5 hours
Not
out
even
of Gotham when
once.
the drugs kicked in. Yes. So I think we should maybe go and drop off a ransom note at the address, leave a message on the phone that when the family gets home, they know what's going on.
Yeah,
Yep.
sounds like something to do.
All right. Well, I can go deliver the ransom note if y'all want to.
Well, on that note, actually, we're going to jump back to the sewers of Gotham as
Oh, yes.
Manticore is navigating through. Lord only knows what kind of gray water's down there.
My plan is to go travel in a straight direction because it mostly follows the streets, and go two manhole covers down, and then come back up.
Okay.
So I'm not going to spend a ton of time down here. They sounded like they left, but I don't want it to be like since I can't hear the car drive off, I don't want to be like, okay, they're gone, and then come right back up into them. So I'm just going to cut 2 manhole covers over, and that'll put me in a different, far enough away that's unlikely they'll be right there.
Should be like, 2 blocks or so.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're heading in your straight line, it's Gotham. Somehow, someone has put a couch in the middle of the way, and it is blocking your path forward. So you're just going to have to make a quick left, go up one, then you make a right again, be back where you are, no problem.
Super strength.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. So you want to go ahead and use your super strength? Go for it.
Yeah, I know. I know that the smile of the GM means I've already screwed up here, but
no.
what I'm going to do is just I'm going to call out, because I know that there are people who use this area as living quarters. I'm just going to call out real quick and go, "Hey, anybody here?"
You hear a muttering echoing behind you.
Can I tell that the source of it is behind me, or just that's the echoing?
That's just the echoing. It's coming from behind you.
Okay, so the original sound is coming from in front of me?
Yes.
From the couch?
Nope, not from the couch. From
okay.
somewhere beyond your vision scope. You look forward, you look left, you look right. You don't see anyone, but
Okay.
you hear the echo from behind you.
All right, I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm sorry about this, but I got to move this couch just for a minute. I'll put it back.
Born on a
And-
Monday.
Oh, good
Oh,
lord.
Mother
Lord.
effer.
Christened on a Tuesday.
I'm here for it, Mace, but
Yeah.
geez.
How? So I don't. Here's the thing. I don't think Manticore would recognize this the way that I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think like he seems to be sort of like an old school type villain and not one that would be top of the thought process.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'm not going to really make any kind of like I'm just going to kind of do the like I'm listening to it and seeing where it is and seeing if I can track down what's going on, but like do not want to engage. This is someone who's in their own world.
Okay, perfectly fine.
So I'm just going to kind of shove the sofa out of the way so that I can keep going.
Okay.
Unless that sounds like that's directly into the voice.
All right, you shove the couch. I'm not even gonna make you make a check for it. You shove it, no problem. You hear louder. Married on Wednesday. What do you do? Just keep running?
I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say anything. Can I make out any shape yet?
In the distance to your left, you do see movement. Looks like a large-ish figure, humanoid, 2 arms, 2 legs, and you catch the swing of rope, enter the light, and then leave it.
Is there a where's the closest exit? Where's the closest manhole cover?
Close manhole cover to you is the one right above your head.
I guess I'm gonna go for that. Well, wait, hold on. No, I just established that Manticore doesn't know who this is, so I'm going to stick with the plan and just say something like, I'm just going to stick on this side of the tunnel, buddy, and just, have a good day. I'm going to just try and keep going to the next manhole cover.
All right, you hear it getting louder. Took ill on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's almost getting angry. Grew worse on Friday.
I'm just going to
Just going?
speed walk.
And as you reach the rungs of the to go up the manhole, the guy, whoever it was behind you and to your left, but then the voice, you hear it, it's on your right, and it's in your ear. Died on Saturday. And you see this ashen face, white-haired figure, fingers the size of bricks, and he's reaching for you. What do you do?
I jump up that ladder as fast as I can.
Okay, give me...
And yell, "Cool story, bro."
Yeet!
One success.
That's all you need. You feel the grasp brush against the bottom of your foot as you climb with your super speed or super strength up the manhole. You pop the cover open and you look back. You can hear him breathing hard and climbing up the rungs. What do you do?
I'm just, I'm going to am I in an alley? Am I in a street? What's
So you
as I
come up
out
and
of
you're in the middle of an intersection.
I'm in the middle of an intersection?
Yes.
Cool. I'm just going to make my way away from the manhole cover around traffic.
All right. Are you leaving the lid off or are you putting it back down?
No, I'll leave it off. I think this guy's got me kind of freaked out.
Okay.
Like I'm not, I can hear he's right behind me. He's muttering something. He probably doesn't want to come up here anyway, so I'll just leave it off and just make my way away quickly.
Okay, so you get up, you fly off. There are There's a little sedan to your right. There's cars to your left. They're all moving at a snail's pace because, the traffic in Gotham is awful. You run out of there, and you hear almost in like a bellow, "Buried on Sunday!" And he bursts up out of the ground and begins just tearing up cars left and right. Do you stay and deal with this, or you just take off?
I'm gonna take off. I'm not a hero. I don't get paid to deal with this stuff.
Perfect. As you're running, you see overhead black figures flying across the skyline, and of course it's Batman and Robin, and they're jumping down to do battle with Solomon Grundy. And you can either make that part of your problem and maybe finish off the bat with Solomon's help, or you can take off. What would you like to do?
Ooh, that was a good that was a good draw. How about if you cut back to the scene and let me think about this for a second?
Will do. So, jump back to you all. You hear an explosion in the distance. Sounds like it's coming from Riddler's territory. You all get alerts. Grundy attack on your phones if you have them. Avoid Fifth Avenue. Take alternate routes. Bat is on scene. So, what do you do with this information and with your plan?
Seems like a typical day after all. I'm going to get some shut-eye. We haven't slept very much. Unfortunately, this human body needs some. I guess we need to wait for this Constantine to contact us. Plus, what day is it actually? Because we're waiting for the weekend for Dodgers thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Today, I believe, was Thursday.
Sick.
Mm-hmm. Super fun.
Cool. I think Dodger's gonna turn on the TV and watch the fight.
Okay.
Just out of sheer curiosity.
Yeah, totally. You turn on the TV, and of course there's Gotham 1 here with the Grundy fight. And you see the helicopter flying above head, the POV of Batman flying around and getting essentially his ass handed to him, because that's always the way Batman fights go. He loses the first one, but wins in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just getting creamed left and right. And it looks like Grundy has grabbed Robin and is using him as almost a shield for any time Batman tries anything.
All right, go Grundy. Yeah, Dodger's fully into this, like it's a a boxing match.
Of course. Lynn, RX, what are you two doing?
Gonna go take a nap. We barely slept, so.
It's true. I mean, you did have like 3 hours of driving, so you could have slept there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Alanis Morissette, so you have to sing along, but I get it. And they do have Alanis Morissette in hell.
Just wake me up if there's anything important.
Okay. Lynn goes off, takes a little nap. RX?
Can't hear me. Sorry, I was muted. I grab a Red Bull and I sit next to Dodger, and I'm like, this doesn't look so good for old Bats, huh?
Yeah, this might be it. I mean, using Robin as a shield, that's genius.
Would solve a lot of problems.
Come on, Grundy.
Actually, can I roll to see if I see Manticore in the background?
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's good because I was going to say that I'm going to stay and kind of watch the fight for a little bit.
Yeah, I had a feeling you would. I mean, why would you run away from that except for, the obvious?
Yeah, but the bat has no reason to be after me.
Okay, I do have one success.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. The anchor person is going over the play-by-play of the fight. And now we're going to cut to Sophia Montez on the street. Sophia, how are you doing down there? It's crazy, John. Everyone is fighting and everyone is running. Thankfully, the bat is here. Sir, can we get a comment from you? Did you see Grundy pop out? And this lady forces a mic into your face, Manticore. Completely unprompted. Just, did you see where Grundy came from? What were you doing?
Literal spit take all over the TV.
Oh, I was the bodega, and I came out, and there was I don't know. This is crazy. I love this city.
Really, even with all this crime, you still feel safe. in Gotham.
Yeah. I mean, look, we've got Batman hasn't let us down.
Just then, Batman comes flying across the camera, whack, right into the side of a car. You see it crumple inwards, the glass shattering around him. He coughs up blood. Sophia immediately is like gesturing to the camera, follow me, and she gets into the face of the Batman, how do you think you're doing? And he just crunches the camera lens and goes back into the fight.
Figures the bat would ruin our fun.
Should we go get him? I mean,
you guys
just switch to a different channel, guys. I'm sure that other reporters are on the scene.
Sure.
So yeah, the camera crew has left you be Manticore. If you'd like to stay and continue watching the fight, you can do so. The camera, of course, cuts back to, the top-down view. Looks like we've got some technical difficulties, but we are back online from our bird's eye view.
I'm just going to do one thing, and then I'm going to leave.
Okay.
I'm going to just take a quick look around the car that Batman got thrown into.
Sure.
And see if there are any interesting gadgets or anything came out of that utility belt.
Ooh, yeah, that's a very good question. All right.
Just like a quick look, and then leave.
Okay. Give me just a search check.
No successes.
No successes.
Aww.
Yeah, unfortunately, nothing except for some dried bat blood.
Okay.
If only you had some sort of scientist that could take this and do something with it.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to occur to him. Like, to me, that's great. I love it, but I don't think that's Manticore's bag yet.
Totally fine.
Unless the symbiote suggests it for some reason.
Symbiote has no issue has no interest because it's
right,
just human blood. Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh, so pedantic.
Cool. So I'll just start making my way away from the fight.
Walking fast.
Yeah. Well, no. Just walking at walking fast in a, oh my God, I don't want to get, crushed by a building by this lunatic who Batman is fighting, but not doing anything that would draw attention to me.
Of course not. As you're walking and moving through, a figure blocks your way. At first you think it's, a van of some kind. You look up because you've essentially had your focus on the fight itself. You look up and it is the Batmobile. And it is the classic Batmobile from the 1980 movies, not the tank thing that he has now.
It's not the Cadillac. It's the Tim Burton
Batmobile because
okay.
that's the Batmobile.
Because that's the real Batmobile to you. I get it.
Very much.
Did it move, or it just this is where it happens to be parked?
This is just where it happens to be parked. It is low. It is black, and so it was kind of unnoticed until you walked into it, more or less.
Okay. I do a low whistle, and I kind of just do it's an impressive piece of tech, so I'll do a walk around.
Okay. You do a walk around, and you hear the symbiote begin to whisper in your ear. There's something here. I could have this. Let me have this, please. You cut my meal short earlier.
No, this is a real bad idea. This is
oh, come on.
You don't know this guy.
And you
this
feel
guy
the symbiote pull away from you.
He's no one to mess with.
All right, give me a will check to exert your will over him at disadvantage.
Yep, I was waiting for the for that horrible word. Hey, I got a success. I got a 6.
You never let me have any fun. Oh, you owe me so much.
We'll find something. We'll here have a snack, and I will take out the switch. I'll just hold the switch in that hand.
Oh.
No, what are you gonna do about your radishes? Is that an appropriate joke?
Turnips, right?
Turnips.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, pretend I said that.
Yeah, we'll dub it over in the post.
Okay, great.
Oh, Michael, you're so funny. Yes. So you feed him the switch. He combs over it. This is but a snack, like a saltine cracker to you.
Hold on, we'll find something. So in the past, obviously this has been a problem. What, like, I know we talked about. I've like hit all the junkyards and I've hit.
Normally, that's what you would do right now. Is you would head off to the junkyard so we could feed uh, on whatever waste has been thrown out, especially with the fighting going on in Gotham. There's always more stuff to be consumed.
Right. I don't want to be around the fighting because that's where the cameras are. Can I see if there is a pawn shop that specializes in technology, like
Oh yeah,
computers, electronics, things like that?
sure. There's like a We Break You Fix knockoff pawn shop where it's just computers and computer parts and what have you. And you're just gonna go there to try and acquire some thing to feed your symbiote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can just drop some cash and just buy some cheap stuff to get them off my case.
Yeah, not a problem. You've got the money, you've got the means. You go, you acquire what you need. You can feed the symbiote, no questions asked, and you're good to go. You can leave the Batmobile there if you want. So, cut back to you guys watching the show.
Such an ass.
Cut back to you all back in Australia. You're watching the fight, and it looks like Batman gets a good hit on Grundy, and Grundy tumbles back into the hole, and Batman and Robin both dive in after him. And they cut back to the anchors on in the news station. Well, that's as far as we can go. Once they go underground, we can't go because we've lost too many reporters that way. Just a solemn
cowards.
gray moment crosses his face.
Oh my god.
Roger throws
Montoya!
popcorn that he has made at the TV. Cowards!
Now back to the weather, and they go to something else.
I guess I am a little concerned about Manticore, though. I mean, do we go looking for him? I mean, he's a resourceful kid. He'll get his way back here, right?
He would have texted us if we needed help.
Right.
So, Lynn, as you're sleeping,
Well, I probably was trying to sleep, but I can't. So I'm scrolling like maybe like the devil social media, the hell social media.
So,
it's possible. Maybe
what's
like,
the difference between that and regular social media?
ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-ba.
everything's about you, but it's all negative.
Again,
Again,
what's
Again,
the
I feel-
difference?
So it's YouTube.
It's just the comments.
Yeah, it's just all the negative comments about you.
Dope. I'm used to that. So,
It's just good, but she's used to it. It's just like her normal social media. So she's like, I don't know why I put up with this. It says she really quit Bicker. That's his name, Bicker. It's cool.
all right. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no news about anything important going on in the hell's escape that is social media.
Related to me, it's negative. Nothing about John Constantine.
Did you put out has anyone heard of this fella?
Sure, I'll make a post and like a picture of him and be like, question mark, question mark, question.
Okay, yeah. You immediately get hit up. I mean, you did have somebody that you called last session to ask about John Constantine, and they said that
Just trying to get more information now that I've like had to have to deal with him.
okay, most everyone has had an awful experience with Constantine, and no one knows how to get rid of him because he is like a cockroach, and he just cannot die and will not die.
I sigh and like flop over and be like, I'd uninstall the app, but then I wouldn't be able to reinstall it. On these
Ironically, every time anyone says anything about John Constantine, there's a little heart that appears next to it, and it's hearted by Constantine.
God damn it. It's all like, haha, you're screwed.
Pretty much, yeah. So it doesn't take long, Manticore, for you to get back. If there's nothing else you do while you're out, you arrive without issue. Is there anything else you do?
No. I mean, I want to apologize to everyone for being boring, but I don't think, in chat, I sort of explained what I think Manticore's modus is, like what his motive is. So like as fun as I think it would be, I don't think that that's what Manticore would do.
Listen,
No, I think you're totally in line with who Manticore is.
exactly. You don't always have to push the big red button. Big red button's always going to be there.
But I like Chat's idea of Constantine probably has a Tinder profile. It's pretty good.
I feel like there's like a hell Tinder. Oh, again, Tinder. Joke's already there.
Cinder.
Cinder. There you go. Tinder for hell. Cinder.
Oh.
And no matter which way you swipe on Constantine, it's always left.
Whether you want to or not. And it's super liked.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing.
That's what I was gonna say. I think even in regular Tinder, he's probably cast a spell on it so he matches with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, swiping left is no. So you mean?
Yep. You got it.
Oh god.
Okay. So yeah, Manticore arrives. You guys hear the of the doors opening as he walks through, and they close again. Two brownish figures dart forward and jump all over you, Manticore, licking your face. They're biting at you, but in like a playful way where they grab your arms. It's Dodger and Arax. They're very happy to see you. No, it's the two dogs that you've been working at training.
Great. I give them attention and pet and tell them they're good boys.
What did you name them? Dodger and RX? I'm just
I think it was Rover and something else.
Red, I think.
Yes, I think it was Red and Rover.
I don't think so, but it is now, so I'll lean into it.
I know it was
write that down so I remember that next time.
Well, because it was the rhyme Red Rover send someone on over. Like it was supposed to be a pun on that.
That doesn't sound like me.
No, you're right. It was probably Lynn.
Okay, Red and Rover. So yeah, I spent some time, throwing a ball and petting them and telling them that they're good boys and making sure that they got their food and everything. I'll call my contact who, took care of them, and if they look like they're in good shape, I'll thank them and tell them I owe them one.
All right. You don't owe him anything because you paid him to do the tagging and then to come through and walk the dogs and feed them this morning.
Right. No, I get it, but just like not in a I'm beholden to you, but in a like, hey, you did me a solid, thank you.
Thank you for the solid. I got you. I feel you. All right. Yeah, he very much appreciates it. It's any time, especially for that price.
Yeah.
So are you just gonna play with those dogs? Or are you gonna tell us about the fight?
I think Lynn
You
would
were
just
there.
call all the dogs Cerberus, just regardless of the name.
So yeah, what happened with the bat and the
Guys, oh my god, it was crazy. So I dropped off the Prius and there were these three punks who tried to jump me for it, and I just played off like I was a scared kid and ran away, and I jumped in the sewer. And so I was just taking a little shortcut through the sewer and was going to pop up a couple blocks away and then head home. And this psycho starts saying this nursery rhyme to me about like being baptized and born in a church and like died, and he's getting closer and getting closer and getting closer, and I jumped up on these rungs and I popped up out of the thing and I'm like, cool story, bro. And then I just started like booking it, and this guy jumped up and he started like wanging cars and yelling about dying on Sunday and some shit. And so I was just like, I don't know. And then and then I was on TV.
Yeah, we saw Justice at the TV.
No shit, you saw me? That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so cool. Yeah, and then the bat showed up and he was just getting the shit beat out of him, and I checked out and saw if he dropped any of his cool stuff, and I saw the Batmobile, and and then they went underground, and I was just I had to take off. So here I am.
Cool.
Everything went great.
For hell's sake, I'm trying to sleep in here.
Did anybody, I don't know, follow you?
No. I have no idea if anyone followed me. No,
Checks over Manticore's shoulder.
No one followed them.
All right. Okay.
I used all the standard methods. Don't you trust me?
Yeah,
Yeah. Sure.
of course. It's just weird shit happening tonight with the stupid Gotham March and
Yeah, I didn't know that was scheduled this weekend or this week.
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe we should keep a better eye on these sorts of things. Some sort of calendar.
Yeah, we'll get a calendar.
calendar, man.
I set it up. And Joey with the spike.
Oh my god.
All right, well, I'm gonna go deliver this ransom note a couple days early, I guess, in case they show up tonight, looking for what's his face.
Yeah, I think we better get a hustle on pretty much everything. Weren't your parents having a barbecue or something?
Yeah, that's this weekend. I
Okay,
mean, it's
okay.
It's in 2
probably
days.
fine. Yeah, we can go over that plan when I get back. I'm sure it'll be.
You sure you want to fly solo on that? I mean, I just gestured towards Manticore.
I mean, my plan was to kind of go in and help you guys get in to get the goods.
Got it.
Yeah, so that's my working plan. We can go over that when I get back. I'm sure this will just take no time at all.
All right.
And I will
Hardly
go.
inconvenience.
I'm gonna go and deliver the ransom note. Full on, just 95 theses it to the front door with a dagger. Just
Are you in your regalia or are you like in your streetwear?
I'll be in my regalia.
Just walking down the street. All right, cool.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, green top hat. No one notices that fella.
Wrong channel.
So yeah, as you're walking, you do get looks from people every so often. Chiefly because you've got an open, bare chest. The green top hat. So yeah, people eye you, but like no one stops you because it's Gotham. There's weirdos everywhere. Just don't talk to them.
Anytime anyone eyes him, he holds up a phone like he's shooting a video and starts singing My Chemical Romance.
There you go.
Oh no!
People just think it's a viral.
Or just turn to him.
Sort of.
Can I talk to you about the rainforest?
On
Nope.
TikTok.
Does Dodger have an OnlyFans? I don't know, Dodger. Would you have an OnlyFans?
You know what? We'll have to explore that maybe after this weekend. It's a nice way to make some extra cash, and he's got no shame.
That's true.
No.
So
Okay.
we'll find out.
So, it's not too long of a walk. You have to take a bus if you need to, but you get there in like an hour or so. You find
Bus,
the resident.
I got Super Speed 1.
Oh,
bus.
that's right. You super speed 1. So yeah, you kind of you power walk swiftly, off to the location. People see you, but you're kind of blurry because you're super speed. So you get there in 40 minutes, no problem.
Cool.
You tack the note to the door. Is this a handwritten note, or is it like clipped out of a newspapers and stuff, or?
It is handwritten, because he's still kind of doing that whole literary reference situation for himself. So it's handwritten in nice, like, not quite calligraphy, but nice handwriting with an inkwell pen, with the dagger, like trying to give it a very Oliver Twisty Charles Dickensy moment.
I feel you. Do you have like a lammy that you use for ransom notes?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's my ransom lammy. Okay. Yeah, you tack it to the door, and you turn around, and there, in a plume of smoke blown in your face, is a blonde-headed man, the same one you saw before.
Hey, so
He's looking over your shoulder with the note. You have very nice handwriting.
yeah, thanks. It was my minor. Can I help you? I think you got the wrong person. She's back in Australia.
Oh, no. I understand. You guys' code, Australia. No. I actually did want to talk to you. So, my friend that's down there. This is going to be kind of a dangerous mission. Hey, let's walk and talk. And he
If you
power
can keep
walks with
up.
you.
Son of There's definitely that moment of like, I'm gonna put on more speed, and like that whole, jarring for pole position.
Yeah, the jockeying.
Yeah.
I gotcha. He very much lets you take the lead if you want, but he tries to keep up with you because he's a out of shape smoker in a trench coat in the middle of fucking Gotham, so it's probably muggy as hell.
Oh god.
And so he's
I've always
baying a little bit.
pictured Constantine is a little pudgy too, because
Oh,
he
yeah.
drinks a lot of beer.
My Constantine is like 45, 50. Like he aged with the comics until they rebooted him. So yeah, he's a little older. So he's like trotting to keep up with you. How well do you know? Whew, goddamn. How well do you know your friend?
Who, Lynn?
Yeah. Okay,
I mean,
mate, slow down. Let's have a pint. Let's
all right,
buy.
all right,
I'll buy.
sure. As long as you're buying, I can do that.
Okay. He places a hand on your shoulder, and you're now in a pub in Bristol.
No. Oh my god.
There we
All right.
go.
A
That's
proper
better.
pint.
And two big frosted glasses are pushed in front of you. The floor is dirty and sticky, and somebody is screaming something in the distance that maybe you can count that as music. So, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna make me Google something.
Google away. And I'll let chat decide what song is playing. It's got to be punk rock, but you guys can choose what that is. There we go. That's better. So, how well do you know your friend?
Well, I mean, not terribly well. I mean, we've done some jobs together, and she gets the job done. She might be a little extreme, but it's not anything we can't handle.
You know she's a literal demon, mate.
Yeah, this is or this was. I live in Gotham. Sure, demon is a little out there even for Gotham, but like, whatever floats her horns, I guess.
Well, usually floating their horns is filling a pool with blood, enormous to people around them.
Yeah, I've noticed she has a bit of a penchant for killing. But I mean, who doesn't?
Well, you don't for the most part. You and one of your other compatriots, most of your other compatriots, in fact, you are all good souls, more or less. And I'm
Well,
just wondering if you being in league with someone of her ilk is going to pay off for you all.
Hey, she hasn't done anything to me yet, and she's been playing by our rules for the most part. As long as she doesn't try to double cross us, I mean, I'm okay with her. Just,
Do you think you could stop her if she tried to double cross you? We are going into hell.
do you think she'd try to double cross us in hell?
I think she would do whatever she could to get out. And if that means climbing over each one of you, I don't see her having a problem.
Dodger kind of sits back a second.
I can get out of there, no problem. But you lot, well, that's a different story. And he takes a big pull from his pint.
Okay. You've got my attention. What are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying keep an eye on her. If she starts to get a little, and he wiggles his fingers, squirrely, just be on your guard.
Okay.
Maybe see if any of the others feel the same way. I don't know if it's worth the risk. And he takes a very deep pull, purposely not looking at you.
Hey, it's a good name.
Oh, yeah, no, it's great, Love it.
Mm-hmm. All right, are you just gonna tell me to be careful? Or are you gonna give me any advice on if she were to turn on us, how we can handle her? Like, does she have an aversion to garlic? Like, what's the MO?
Well, I would need to do a bit of research, but I've gotten one of her names, and that grants me a little bit of power over her. That allows me, at least if I needed to lock her down. Won't be for long, but it's something.
Okay, well, what do we do if you're not there?
Give her what she wants. Hopefully it doesn't count as your skin. Listen, I'm just saying, be careful and maybe talk to your other friends. Because hell is not a fun place.
Can't be much worse than Gotham.
Mate, you were like you wouldn't believe. And with that, you are back in Gotham where you were. Pint's still in hand, by the way. But he is not there anymore.
Quick flash to the bartender. God damn it, Constantine! I told you
Every
don't take the
time!
glasses.
He's always bleeding doing this. Someone will charge him bloody deposit.
He's like
if I
stomping
may-
on his like bar cloth, pissed off.
I
back on
just
his
want to
tab.
interject a little bit of fandom really quickly.
Totally.
Alan Moore was inspired by two things to create Constantine. At the time, a bunch of DC artists wanted to draw Sting, and he was having a beer and a cheese sandwich in a pub one day, and this young man with this bleach blonde hair walked in and winked at him, and he said, "And then I was Constantine." So that is how John Constantine came to be.
I love that.
So basically, Constantine summoned himself into existence.
I mean, it tracks, right?
I mean, it is Alan Moore, so take that for
Oh,
what
you
it's
know
worth.
what I haven't been
Very
doing
fair.
a lot lately? Existing. I think I'd like to exist now.
Ah, I've taken the measure of these other three walls. What about this fourth one?
He broke right through that one.
Anyway,
Cool.
sorry to interrupt.
No,
Dodger's
that's fine.
gonna kind of get his bearings, look at the pint still in his hand, decide to enjoy the road beer, and walk back to Australia.
Do
You
you
mean a roadie?
keep the glass?
Oh yeah,
Okay. It's called the Sheep's Head in Bristol. So yeah, you arrive. When you've got that afternoon beer, you're like kind of hot, but like it's nice. It's like a cool buzz almost. So you kind of saunter in there.
well that was easy. Didn't run into any superhero.
Does Dodger ought to be like, wait, does that count? No.
No.
Have you been drinking?
Just like a pint, it's fine.
And yeah, you smell beer off of his breath.
All right.
Celebrating, we got a job
Sure.
well done.
Lynn has
Right.
given up sleeping because everyone's talking and watching TV too much, so she's just still in her black and flame pajamas.
Oh, and
On the-
actually,
From the Guy
RX
Fieri line, of course.
Flavor Town.
just like on the couch on her phone.
RX has turned into the Metropolis station that they get,
Mm-hmm.
just to see if there's any coverage of the museum incident.
Absolutely. And there are blurry pictures of the four of you on the screen.
Great.
Very awful pictures. But yeah, they said after a confrontation with Superman, you all disappeared. And it cuts to an interview with Superman. And the interview is more or less normal. But something you guys catch towards the end of it, he starts to get kind of snappy with the reporter. Almost short. You've never seen Superman lose his composure or lose his smile, but for a split second you see it before he is like, oh, I mean, and they will find them, don't worry. It's like a splash of Homelander.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh god.
I was afraid you were going there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And he's like, I've got to go. And he takes off.
Homelander is too real to life, though.
Don't worry, I'll make this like the comic Homelander. A lot more over the top.
Good.
Dodger will call out to Lynn because I mean, she's sleeping.
She's on the couch. She's watching TV.
Oh, that's right. You're on the couch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's just wearing her pajamas because she just came out with her phone. She got sick of trying to sleep.
Of course,
But
his
everyone's
lip
talking
is a
about-
little weird looking as well.
Then Dodger will just kind of like friendly elbow Lynn. Looks like you got under his skin.
Sorry? Oh, yes. It seems to. Quite like that. You could be taking down a peg after all, don't you think?
I'm not gonna disagree with you. That's just impressive. Like it's Soups. It's the cape.
I mean, I'm a little bit proud of it, I have to say.
You learn how to do that stuff where you're from?
Oh, I don't know. It might have been the Rock. Unfortunately, that Constantine has it. Oh, bugger.
Mm-hmm. So, is there anything you want to do over the next 2 days before the family meeting?
I just want to see if Constantine shows up.
So yeah, are you just like looking on, like having?
I'm just like on edge the whole time, and then I'm like checking social media, whether it be the, what do we call it, the
Cinder and
Cinder. Other things, like just be like, let's see if I see him somewhere.
You know what?
I think here's the thing. No one likes Cinder, but you keep it because it will tell you how far away Constantine is. Like, you made a match within X miles. So
Well, it
you
always
have a
matches
general
with-
idea.
it
You
always
always
matches with-
match.
I feel like it keeps shifting too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sometimes they'll be like 6,000 miles away. Oh, next block over.
It always matches the people you don't want to match with, usually.
Sometimes he's got like an infinity symbol because he's in another dimension.
Exactly, yeah, that's it.
So yeah, you're watching him kind of pop all around the world. No messages of him, no contact. You don't see him over the next few days.
Well, gotta keep an eye out.
I'm going to do some research on adoption laws in Gotham.
Okay. I'll say you go ahead and you do that successfully. What information were you looking for, or is that something you want to hold on to for later?
Like he's starting to think of the idea of like how he's going to get Elizabeth out. Like, this obviously is not a great place. He doesn't really want to bring her back to Australia. No offense, anyone, but but like what's the minimum age? Like, what are they looking for? I'm sure that there's got to be a government site or something that's got information about it.
Of course. So how old is your character?
I think that we said that he is like 17. Like
17.
He's close to being an adult, but not.
But he's not officially an adult yet.
Right.
Okay, it says you have to be 25 at the very least. You must have $50,000 under your name and assets, and you must have your own stable home and job, and be employed and living there for more than 6 months.
Okay. So he's kind of withdrawn for these 2 days while he's kind of, figuring out what to do, and like, well, if the system won't let me do it legally, what are my other options?
I mean, how old was she? She was like 12 or 10 or something?
I think that then, since if I'm 17, then she's 12, yeah.
Okay. Waiting 4 years, she can emancipate herself. That's an option. Aside from that, yeah, not much you can do. Aside from kidnap, and she becomes a runaway. And that's a whole different comic line.
Right.
Oh god.
And it's a show on Hulu.
It is.
Where would I even get a genetically created dinosaur?
In this economy?
That's quitter talk.
I mean, you could always bribe a crooked judge. Gotham's full of them.
That is true.
Oh, if
You'd,
we want to actually have like a conversation about this, I'm okay with that.
mean, if you're open to it,
Like, yeah.
I think Dodger would like go over and like see what you're up to and check in on you.
Right, and I don't think it's not a secret that I have a sister.
Is it? Okay.
I don't think it's a secret to Dodger. Like, I don't think I've talked about it. Like, I don't talk about her all the time, but I think that I've known Dodger a little bit more, and I tend to trust him because he's same age group.
All right.
You know, so yeah, I just, what they want is ridiculous. Like, and I go over the list and everything, and I don't know.
I'm telling you, there are plenty of judges who would be more than happy to help you out for a little bit of a greased palm. I hate to say it, but sometimes working with the corrupt system is the best way to go. Lean into it. If it's for the greater good.
The greater
good.
Good. Yeah, I guess, do you know anyone? I mean, I don't even know how I'd approach a judge about that. Like,
you actually do, and one of them will be at the family gathering.
Yeah, actually, I may know somebody. Friend of my family's. Not the nicest guy I've ever met, but that might work in your favor.
do you think you can introduce me?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think I can make that work.
Mm-hmm.
Dad said I could bring a friend.
He did say friends, but that's
Well,
entirely up to you.
Oh no, I need at least the other two to actually do the robbing.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's Dodger's plan.
Mm.
So yeah, come on, let's go talk about the plan. And Dodger has set up on the table a whole like map of the estate and has kind of a Always Sunny in Philadelphia Charlie moment with the strings and the maps and like. Okay. So we have an A-list guest list for these events. I don't know for sure who's going to be there, but they're going to be Gotham's elite. Lots of money to be had. I'm going to bring Manticore as my friend to throw off suspicion. I'm going to be able to get you guys in. I need you two, point at RX and Lynn, to make the biggest fuss as possible, take everything you can, and get out of Dodge. I'm going to be there running interference, getting them to comply, making sure they don't put up a stink, that kind of thing. I think the best time for you guys to make an entrance, and you see this look on his face of just pain and embarrassment, is during the three-legged race.
What?
That's where they release abominations and have them race and bet on them. We had one of those.
They cut off one leg of the horse and have him go.
Oh God!
No, I mean like the slimy abomination things. With like usually they have 3 legs, but sometimes they have 27.
I
30.
don't think we have those.
Oh, are you sure?
I mean, your family willingly does this?
Oh, I mean, fine. I guess
I'm not speaking with you, Lynn. I'm sorry. I should have clarified.
Yeah.
Dodger?
It's family tradition. It's supposed to be a symbol of cooperation and brotherhood and working together and synergy and all that fucking bullshit that I hate.
Upward
You suddenly
mobility,
make a lot
yeah.
more sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be best if all of us just came as your guests and just some of us slipped off?
Yeah, that's a possibility too, but I thought I don't necessarily want it to come back to me in case you want to hit them again. If I am revealed as to being, the one who brought you all in and you did all the stealing, we couldn't bring you back in again.
He's
Could
right.
always bring a change of clothes. And this mask that I nicked back in Metropolis. I have the Oni mask that I stole.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but I think he's right. I think it's better if the two of us cause some sort of really big, over-the-top distraction. I'm just worried about how we get out of there when we do.
There's a knock at the door. Dong, dong, dong.
Dog doesn't
Manticore?
count, like,
Rover and Rex start barking.
They, of course, explode and run around in circles and bark.
Hold on, and I'll get the dogs under control, and then shout through the door. Who is it?
It's Scorcher!
Scorcher?
From the agency they sent me, Scorcher, yeah.
Wait, I thought we were getting someone named Pyro?
Pyro's my middle name.
What's your last name?
Firestarter.
Okay.
All right. Cool. I opened the door.
You open the door, and there is a very skinny man, patches of hair completely missing. He's got a lighter that he's constantly working in one hand. He smells of gasoline and smoke. And he begins to kind of walk in. He's kind of got a Fire Marshal Bill vibe to him.
Oh, God.
yeah.
I'm gonna pull
Yeah.
it way back for y'all.
Hmm.
I mean,
Careful with that one. It's an antique.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Ruworks. Prodigy was also on the mixtape.
Absolutely. Gasoline and Brute Cologne. That is it. Yes.
Wait, there's a difference?
Gasoline smells a little better.
It's true.
So he's like just walking around eyeing
So
everything.
the agency sent you, huh?
Yeah. What are we doing? And he's like turning things over, going through boxes, and just being a nuisance.
I look to everyone else for kind of support.
Guys, what we
Just
do?
Lynn looks away. She's like, she really doesn't want to deal with this.
Dodger, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah. Just wait there and don't burn anything.
What? And he pulls his hand back as something had been briefly lit on fire, or was starting to be lit on fire. And he's like, no, I wouldn't do that. No, not in the base. Base of operations.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be following him around and watching his every move.
Okay. So
keeping myself between him and the dogs.
Of course. Give me a little poochie.
So here's what I'm thinking.
They don't really like people.
It's okay, neither do I.
Lynn and I find a way to sneak in,
Mm-hmm.
and then we sneak in Pyro or Firestarter or whatever his name was. I'm sorry, I missed the sequence. And perhaps he's the distraction, and we make off with the goods.
Yes. That's very good. That's very good. I like the way you think. Yes. Okay. We got a plan.
So while you guys are talking, Scorcher Pyro Firestarter the third has meandered from a long line
There were
of
two
fire.
others?
Yes, it's a family name. He has to keep it.
Michael, yes, there are, son.
So he meanders over towards the land down under, and he turns to Manticore. What you got down there? And he begins to walk down.
I forgot you were like, I forgot I'm talking to this asshole.
It's okay if you're not paying attention. He begins to walk down the stairs.
No, it's really damp. It's full of it's full of water down there. Uh, it's kind of like a hydro hyper one of those uh water chamber things.
Y'all kind of water chamber. Those things are great. They make you feel so peaceful. No voices in your head. And he puts his hand on the little door to open it.
Well, we've changed the lock, so it's
Okay, so he wrenches.
like a different. No, it's got like a different code on there.
And he pulls. He just forcibly shakes the door back and forth as if that's going to pry it loose. Stops for a
Yeah,
second and
it's,
then goes again, just as hard.
Yeah, it's really Dodger's thing. You should talk to him about it.
Which one's Dodger? Is he the one with the mask?
The one without the shirt.
Will do. And he's just working his lighter as he moves through.
I will never forgive you for this. How
So-
could you have done
Oh
this?
my God.
So this lanky individual, he's got his elbows tucked in. His knees are always bent as he walks, almost like a cartoon. Comes over to Dodger. He says I should talk to you about getting into the hydro room. Can I get in there, please?
Behind him, I'm just making like frantic, like I don't know. I just
Yeah, Dodger gives you the we're talking about this later moment. Yeah, the hydro room's out of order. It's flooded. So we're working on it. The base is obviously still a work in progress.
He has stopped listening to you altogether and is staring dead-eyed at Lynn.
She is looking at her phone.
He has half of an eyebrow and then parts of another one. And he's like wiggling them up and down at you like, eh.
I see him played by a young
She's
Steve
like-
Buscemi.
Very much,
Yes.
yes. This is a young Steve Buscemi. So yeah, he's wiggling his eyebrows at you, trying to get your attention.
She's just gonna slowly pivot. Very much trying not to pay attention.
It's a damn shame about the room. And he walks off and stands near Lynn, like kind of in that creepy middle ground space, but not over her shoulder, but she can hear him breathe. So, as you were.
Wait, so Scorcher,
Yeah.
what are your qualifications? What do you got?
I got my gear in my bag. I can put it on. Do you want to see?
Why don't you give us a verbal
Okay,
rundown?
one second. And he dives into his bag and he pulls out this gun and just like a huge gout of flame scorches the top of your building. I can do this for hours.
Yeah, what? Okay, cool. Why don't you stop so the building doesn't burn down around us?
It's metal. You all would suffocate first.
Yeah, that's real comforting.
I wouldn't.
Really? Because you take my breath away.
She teleports away.
Whoa!
Is this guy for real? I mean,
You could call Ronathan and complain.
no,
No,
I couldn't. No, I couldn't.
No.
good old Ron John.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really glad that we worked out that deal with him, because this is the caliber of goon he was going to send us.
Maybe I'll
Whoa.
wake this guy up and just send him home.
All right. So you got a giant flame gun. Any other skills?
Yeah, he looks at your model or your map that you've laid out. Yeah, if you set a fire here, close off that exit, and put some accelerant right around here. You got a nice steady burn for 3 hours. That gives you plenty of time to move in. It cuts the alarms because they're too busy, being on fire, but you can get whatever you need to and get out.
And I look at Dodger and I'm just like,
And there's no evidence that you were there. But the entire house burns down, so, come see, come say.
Isn't it come see, come saw?
I'm sorry, I don't speak French.
All right. We may have the bare bones semblance of a plan.
It's better than nothing.
Very well.
All
Seems
right.
reasonable.
So here we go. Me and Manticore are going in as guests. Lynn and RX, you're going to take our firebug friend here, and when you-
Firebug, that's what I should call myself. That's a great name. I'm gonna tack
consider
it on
it a gift. Please call yourself anything other than Scorcher Pyro Firestarter
The
the Third.
Firebug for short. I love it.
Yeah, that's you're welcome to it. Anyway, the reason the three-legged race is the key to all of this. We're all going to be bound to people, so me and Manticore can help keep who we're tied to at bay. There's a starter pistol, which would be nice and easy for you guys to hear, to know that it's time to start the robbery. And everybody's going to be so distracted with this giant event they make such a big deal out of, they're not going to see you coming.
You're bound to people, like you're all tied up or something. Is this some kind of sex thing?
It's a family gathering.
I don't know.
The
Your
question still
family-
stands.
Your family is quite different than mine, I assure you.
That's how you get the purest blood.
Oh. All right. So Dodger's gonna pull up a YouTube video of a three-legged race and show it to Lynn. This is what I'm talking about. You
Oh.
weirdo.
How hideous. I never would have guessed. And you do this voluntarily?
I wouldn't say voluntarily.
Oh, well. So it's a bit of torture. I'll have to remember this.
Oh, this entire day is gonna be torture.
Oh, well. Very well.
All right. Do we have any questions?
I hate to say it, but no.
Where do
All
I
right.
sleep?
Well, I think sleeping arrangements were Lynn's job, so I'm gonna go back to my room and start getting ready for this mission.
Yep, that's what I remember. We all decided.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Yep, I'm gonna just
And they all just exit, leaving you there, whether you want to or not, with them.
Oh, hell.
Eyebrows doing their thing.
Why don't you go back to wherever your home is and I'll go do this?
And I'm gooning right now. I can't do that.
Very well.
I'm a
Just stay
professional
here-
first and foremost. Thank you very much.
Stay here with Dodger and don't burn anything down. I'll be back. You know?
Okay.
She teleports away so we can't walk.
He sits down on the couch and proceeds to try and light one of the arms. So, do you do anything until the time of the family gathering?
I guess it's my job to get a car. I can't.
I mean, you guys could always call Goober.
Yeah. Oh, that is true. We could just call Goober. She's gonna do that. She's just gonna sit on top and make them all think that she's off getting a car. But she's just gonna call Goober.
Okay. All right. Morning of. Any other preps before you head off to the family gathering?
I don't know if this needs to be a roll or if I just need to spend some of my pocket money on it, but I'm going to get me and Manticore properly outfitted for this adventure.
Okay.
Because the family barbecue has a very strict dress code, which I can only really describe as yuppie whites. So sweaters and, white pants and white
Polo
shoes.
shirts.
So many khakis.
Yeah,
Polo
it's
shirts, boat shoes.
very much all of that. It is the waspiest, it's very much
Polos, khakis, and deck shoes.
that exactly.
Okay. And a sweater draped over.
Oh, of course. You're lucky they got rid of the boating hat a couple years ago.
Really? This. Okay, that judge is gonna be there, right?
Yeah, he doesn't miss a family barbecue.
Yep. Judge Ralph Finnegan is always there.
Okay, what how should I approach him? What should I talk to him about? Something? Does he like baseball or uh like I want to get on his good side. I mean, as much as he
Well,
has one.
he likes bourbon. He likes horse races and money. He's a big fan of money.
How does that come up though? And hi, I hear you're a big fan of money. I don't think it's gonna go over real well.
What a coincidence. So do I.
Just be yourself and make your case. He'll probably try to make you some kind of offer or give you an opening to make an offer. Make the offer, and don't stop offering until he says yes. This sounds like really, really bad dating advice. Scratch that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, just talk to him, and trust me, if you make yourself look desperate enough, he'll make an offer. He can always smell an opportunity.
Okay, I'll try and be myself, but I mean, and I look down at the outfit that I'm being issued.
Yeah, I know.
It's a shame. Really.
Okay.
I do enjoy a good party, especially a barbecue.
Is that a hell joke?
Sorry.
I think it was a burning everyone alive joke.
I mean, in hell, every party's a barbecue, darling.
You might have more in common with Firebug than we thought.
Say my name? Yeah.
Speaking of which, I just got our car.
And it is looks like it used to be a pizza van of some kind. You can see where the decal on the side was. It's been removed. Looks like it's just had a lot of work done to it recently. The paint isn't quite matching, but yeah. The ride shows up. Did you actually go steal this ride, or is this from Goober?
It's from Goober.
Okay.
As long as that is canon. Jason.
Let's call it
Something
canon.
strangely familiar about this van.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So are we going with them?
No. We're not going in the van. We'll call a taxi.
Ah. Very well. We'll see you there at this
We're civilians today.
Right.
three-legged race. We'll see you there at the three-legged race.
Yeah, you trust me, you won't be able to miss that starter pistol. It's been in the family since the 1800s.
Cap and ball starter pistol.
Excellent.
All right, so you two take a taxi. You head off. The rest of you take the van. You follow behind, more or less. Firebug is in the back, trying to light random things on fire, seatbelts, what have you. So, all right.
Oh my god, this is the A-list?
Right? Again, I'm kind of glad we went off and did that job. I couldn't handle an entire goon squad of firebugs.
All right.
So with that, you two pull up before this huge palatial estate, and you're driving through it. The driveway goes up through the house to reveal an even bigger house behind it. You drive up through that, and through that house, there's an even larger house beyond that one. The third house is the one they actually live in. Standing there is a very stuffy looking man. You know him as Gerard. He is the house's butler.
Mason, I love you, and I hate this world that you're creating. I mean, it's perfect, but Bile in the back of my throat.
Drink it in. These are people you're supposed to hate.
I know.
So he goes and pulls the door open. Oh,
Gerard,
welcome home, master.
yes, it's to see you. And Roger steps out of the taxi. This is my my friend, and I've totally forgotten your normal name, Manticore.
Eddie Sislak.
Eddie. That's right. I was trying to like go through my brain, like, what is the symbiote call him?
Do you guys want to update your little tags with your regular name and your hero name, just in case we need to refer to you that way?
Oh yeah, that might be a good idea.
Because I know who you are, normally.
I'm just Lynn.
Just Lynn. Just Lynn.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that's not quite right because officially it's.
There we go. That is true. I don't think we actually went over your parents' names.
My father's name is Bill, and my mother's name is Nancy.
And she still kept her family name Sykes, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my father changed his name from Dawkins to Sykes Dawkins because that's the kind of relationship they have.
Okay. Yes, your... Sorry, the butler. Yes, your mother was expecting you through the house. Does your guest need anything? Flea bath, perhaps?
Rude.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dodge just gonna shoot him a look. Hey.
I'm only extending the finest hospitalities to someone of your guest.
Mm-hmm.
Complimentary, of course. We would never charge you.
Fuck off, Jeeves. And I'm just gonna walk through the house.
My pearls.
And Dodge is gonna give him a look like, you kind of you deserved it, asshole, and just keeps walking.
I have no
Don't-
idea what you mean.
I'll catch up with Eddie.
And
Don't
he
mind him. He's always like this.
follows behind. His feet almost seem like they're attached at the knees, so he's just scuttling behind you. You enter the house, and there is food and hors d'oeuvres everywhere, and peacocks. Lots of peacocks, like in the house.
Of course there are. Oh.
Yeah. You can hear laughing and what have you, and jovialness and music, soft music coming from the backyard. Dodger, give me a check.
Yeah. 2 successes.
2 successes. You manage to duck out of the way as this hulking figure comes to scoop you up. This is your little brother, Dom.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey.
he missed you, so if you wanted to like duck out of the way, because you got 2 successes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I will dodge. Because I'm good at that apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Can he make like a change to the scene or some other bonus?
Yeah,
I mean,
if
he
you'd
got
like.
2 successes. That's the
Totally.
Yeah. Oh, I think.
add an element.
Yeah, I think it's so when
Maybe someone's
Dodger.
walking by with hors d'oeuvres.
Oh yeah, I think when Dodger dodges Dom can't stop himself and runs into a waiter carrying a plate of hors d'oeuvres, causing a commotion, and just making a buffoon of himself.
Okay. Dom is covered in hors d'oeuvres and what have you.
I spin around in sort of a half crouch.
Okay. You
And then-
feel your khakis tighten as they're not used to being actually moved around in.
And then like when I see what's happening, I kind of like relax. But
Hey, Dom, it's good to see you, but you know Mom said not to play ball in the house.
You're too funny, little big brother. And he it doesn't even acknowledge the wait staff. Just picks off the hors d'oeuvres off of his face, arms, whatever, and kind of flings it absently at the waiter that's on the ground. Gerard has appeared. So sorry they got in your way. We'll take care of this. Come with me, you! And he picks up the waiter by the scruff and pulls him out of the sight of anyone else.
It wasn't. It was.
And they're gone before you can launch your protest. Didn't expect to actually see you. Hi, Dom.
Nice to meet you. Noah didn't say has said great things about you.
Did he now? Oh, Noah's talking about me. What you say?
Just how incredibly happy I am that you're going to be attending Gotham U in the fall.
Full scholarship, you believe it? I didn't even go to a single class in high school. But hey, full scholarship. And he goes and gives you a big old hug, or at least he tries to. You can be like, distance, no touching.
Yeah, we're definitely doing the distance, especially since he's covered in food. So I will again kind of dodge out of the way. Like, why don't you go upstairs and change before Mom sees you, and I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, no problem. And he starts peeling off clothes, letting them fall as they may. He is like a stocky dude, all muscle, but just, real big. And yeah, he proceeds to lose all of his clothes and ascend the stairs. No one pays any mind to it. No one notices it, but almost silently, imperceptibly, the clothes are picked up by various waitstaff. Now,
my eyes are just kind of round and looking around like nobody is saying anything. So I'm also going to keep my mouth shut, but is kind of,
yeah, no one seems to acknowledge it. So we're going to jump to the van with Nikki and RX. Pyra's sitting there. He's bouncing a nervous knee. Firebug. He's bouncing a nervous knee. So, do we just wait here? Or do we go in?
We have to wait for our cue, Firebug. If we get in there too soon, we run the risk of ruining this whole thing, and well, that'd be bad.
I mean, shouldn't we case the security?
Well, you laid out a pretty airtight plan about how to bypass that, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't account for those. And he points out the window, and you see this mechanical, two-legged, almost like a giant chicken, like the thing from RoboCop 2.
Mm-hmm.
You see it patrolling the perimeter, just laser eye scans, and then proceeds to continue walking.
Sure, it'll be fine. Nothing that an A-list goon like yourself couldn't handle.
Lynn, remind me, you can't teleport with people, right?
Well, technically in the rules, it doesn't say anything about that, but I'm just going to say no.
No, we've been over this. You can't, because I think level 2 lets you do it.
Yeah.
Level 2 is a portal.
Right.
So yeah. It's just kind of...
Okay, cool. I might have a backup for those. You just worry about your job. We're going to do this, okay?
Okay, because it feels like we should probably take down the security before we try and break in and steal stuff.
Hey. Shut up.
Fair enough. And he goes to, flicking his lighter. So, yes, he does make a good point. There is more cameras and tighter security than you had originally assessed. Same for you, Dodger, as you're walking through, you and Manticore. You're noticing there's a lot more... There are fewer people in actual security uniforms, but more cameras, and you do spot this giant metallic chicken walking around. It passes the patio, eclipsing the light that comes through before continuing on.
So I was going to look out the window, see the giant robotic chicken. Figures. Of course, why would they bother to pay actual security when they can just buy machines to do it. This is so fucking typical. Can you believe this? He says to Manticore.
I kind of like Robot Chicken. And I grin.
Yeah, I think it's a laugh out of Dodger. That's very good.
Fun fact, I've actually been to the Chinese restaurant in West Hollywood where they got the name for that show from.
Oh,
Nice.
really?
There's a dish that they have on the menu called Robot Chicken. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yep.
I love it.
The more you know.
Do-do-do-do.
All right, let's get this over with, and I'll kind of make our way through the foyer into the backyard, or the back 40.
Sounds good. And a voice grabs your attention. And I said, that's not your yacht. Uproarious laughter, and you know that is your brother. Excuse me. Your brother Ethan. Your mom is sitting next to him. Oh, Ethan, such a good story. She puts a hand on him. Isn't that a good story, Bill? Bill just, yeah, good. Everyone else is laughing and congratulating Ethan on such a good joke and how smart and funny and charming he is. But something weird happens with Ethan's smile. His lip never seems to go below his gums. Like they're always like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
I love
Noah! Noah, welcome! And everyone turns to you. Noah, oh Noah, we didn't expect to see you. And your mom crosses her legs and pointedly begins to fiddle with her drink. Your dad beams for a second, and gets up and kind of makes his way over to you.
I'm gonna kind of fade into the background a little bit. Like this is Noah's moment, and this is a world I'm not familiar with, so I'm kind of like, drifting back a little.
You actually hear something nagging at you. Eddie, I'm hungry, Eddie.
There's we'll take care of that. I mean, we just had electronics yesterday.
I know, but there's something here, Eddie. I can smell it. I can taste it. I can feel it in the atoms.
Oh?
Yes.
And I like what? I mean, it. I'm not making any promises, but maybe there's something. Maybe we can work something out.
It's beneath us, Eddie. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, I can almost taste it. And you, whether you notice it or not, a tear has appeared in the side of your shoe, and the symbiote is kind of pouring out of it.
Oh no!
So if you lift your leg up, it looks like you've stepped in black gum of some kind.
What are you doing? No, we can't.
Then take me down there, Eddie. It's so good.
I will, but I can't. This. I can't just walk around without knowing where I'm going. I mean, this is a fancy place.
Aren't you a bad guy? Take some risks.
Yeah, but
isn't that your namesake, the Risk? Come on, Eddie. Let's do this. Cut back to as you're having that internal struggle. Dodger, as your brother, he puts a hand on your shoulder and then it moves it up to your neck, and it's cold and clammy and just all kinds of awful.
Yeah.
Oh, Noah, good to see you. Did you need another loan? He whispers in your ear.
No, Ethan, I'm actually doing okay on my own.
Good to hear. Mom, do you hear that, Mother? He's doing okay. I just closed a $20 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
Lip just quivering above his teeth.
And tell me, how many people had to die in those diamond mines to get that deal accomplished for you?
Listen, we bought those mines, and, the people, they would be homeless and helpless without us. Could you, do you want people without jobs? Come on, Noah,
Only
think of the people.
147.
We're doing the best we can to provide them the finest incentives to work harder.
I'm glad to see you haven't changed a bit, Ethan.
Me too, I'm awesome. Oh, Cynthia! And he goes off, ignores you. Your
Hate
dad
that guy.
toddles over to you. Thank you. This means a lot for you coming.
Hey,
And he
I
gives you a wary, but like he very much loves you, an embracing hug.
no one. I would definitely return that embracing hug, and kind of saying is like, hey, if you asked, I wouldn't miss it.
I appreciate it. And like a shrill screech from behind him, you hear your mother's voice. Bill, stop hogging Noah. I didn't get to say hi. And she puts a hand in his chest and pushes him back. And she leans in, expecting you to give her a kiss on the cheek.
Mm.
What do you do, Noah?
I'm gonna extend a hand for a handshake.
Oh, of course. And she kind of shakes your hand, but it's very limp, and you can tell it's like, how dare you? Got to pay respect and kiss the ring when you're here. But she's gonna let it go.
So, quite the party you've thrown together, Mom. How much to set you back?
Oh, this is just some friends. Really, it was your dad's idea. He has something he wants to say. Not entirely sure. Either way, glad you could show up, and your friend. And she addresses Manticore.
Oh,
Yes.
Hi, Mrs.
And she sticks her
Sykes.
hand out for you
And
to...
I will, awkwardly take it.
Okay.
Because I assume she's, hand down, right?
Yes, of course.
And I'll kind of, awkwardly grab it and sort of shake.
Okay. She's like, she takes her hand back, and you see a waiter out of nowhere appear with a wet cloth to clean her hand. And then she goes back as if that guy never was there. Well, enjoy the food. It's free, and she says, pointedly looking at Manticore. Just stay where people can see you. Have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cynthia! Oh, she goes and joins your brother and Cynthia.
At this point, I am going to find a waiter that has the biggest drink that I can find. I don't even care what it is. And thank him for the drink and just start chugging because I'm not getting through this sober.
Okay.
Noah, I have a thing. Is there a place I can go?
Oh, bathroom? Yeah. Head up the second flight of stairs, and you're gonna take the third left, and then it's the 8th door on the right.
Okay, yeah, great. Thank you. And I will kind of slowly pull the symbiote foot up and kind of go into the house.
Or you doing okay?
Yeah, I just I just need a minute. I'll be right back.
All right, don't go too far because I'm sure the judge's got to be around here somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. Cut back to the van. And Firebug has taken to tapping his foot again. This is boring. Let's go do something.
Yes, no. We have to wait for the starting pistol, okay? If we leave now, everything's ruined, okay? Now, I hear what you're saying about the additional security, and I have a plan. And he takes out his little, weekly pill case. And he takes out one capsule that's filled with golden powder, and then he takes another that's like a red and white capsule, and he's rolling them in his fingers. And he's like, something I think might work to take out those robot chickens. but I'm going to need a minute to figure out the chemistry. Do you want me to roll to see if I can do what I want to do?
No, it's okay. I'll allow you to do what you do. You are a chemist, and this is stuff that you've prepared beforehand.
Sure.
So, Nikki, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to distract myself, probably with my phone. There's not much else to do, and I don't really want to pay attention to this part. Yeah,
Okay.
that's probably it. I mean, it's kind of like just waiting, right? So.
Pretty much.
Can I suggest that Lynn is going through all of the various apps and just being like, how is he on every single one and matching no matter, like, I've made a dozen fake profiles and he matches with all of them. Like, it's
I
just
like
this
it.
constant mystery of
Yes.
trying to figure out some way to get the algorithm not to have Constantine in.
Yeah, that's perfect. I like it. Oh my god.
So as you're doing that and you're getting ding, new match, etc., etc., you feel the ground begin to rumble in, and you're near enough to a window. Ardex, you're very much in your chemistry and doing what you need to make your pills work. You see one of the robotic chickens begin to move towards the van.
One of the chicken walkers is coming our way.
Okay. And you can see that he's split the pills in two. He's trying to feverishly pour them back into one capsule, and then at one point he just dumps all the powder in his hand, tosses it in his mouth, and swallows hard.
Wait, we don't know if it'll actually do anything.
Doesn't matter. I can't take any chances. And then there's a moment where like the camera zooms in and it does the Darren Aronofsky like Requiem for a Dream thing, and his pupils get very wide. And he's like, "Open the door."
As she kicks open the door.
Wait, where you going?
And he springs out, trying to disable, not dismantle, one of the robot chicken.
Okay.
So let me describe what I have set in motion here.
Okay.
You can definitely feel free to adjust this as needed, but basically he has mixed one of the Miraclo pills with one of the growth pills. So the growth pills take a little longer to take effect. So for a while he's going to be super fast and super strong, and then he's going to be big. So how do we want to do this?
Okay. So
I'll burn all the stress you need.
okay. Real quick, which one takes longer to take effect? Is it the growth or is
growth.
it the?
Yeah, growth.
Okay, so you kind of like spring out of there, like Spring Heel Jack. You're just on this thing.
Yeah.
You're still normal sized.
Yeah.
So do you just like uppercut it, or do you like grasp onto it and like start tearing away at it like a saber tooth or something?
I guess I kind of saw like putting a hand on the joint for its legs and ripping the head off.
Okay. All right, give me a test for that.
I mean, if I'm successful, of course. Hold on. One success.
Okay, you manage to get your hands in there, and you start wrenching, and you feel it start to give. The head comes apart, but doesn't detach. You hear whirring gears and smoke, acrid smoke pouring out of it, and a throaty voice, "Error, error, error."
Oh, Jesus.
And its leg is like kicking up in the air as you're tearing this thing, or working at tearing this thing. Oh, he's tearing it apart. What are we gonna do? Lynn!
Well, you said you wanted me to get rid of him. I'm just doing what I can, okay?
Yeah, but that's one. There might be more. He starts like freaking out a little bit.
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
go.
sure there will be, and that's why I'm taking care of it, okay?
Calm down. Jeez.
Okay.
Why you're only a goon?
But I am a good goon. I survive most of the time. Except for that one time. We don't talk about that. Either way! And he jumps out and he jams the nozzle of his flame gun and just unleashes hell and melts the internal circuitry. So the two of you working together are able to dispatch this. Something catches your eye to the left. You happen to see a loading van full of pastries and what have you, more hors d'oeuvres, and people, at least 4 or 5 of them, working to unload said pastries and bring them into the party. Do with that information what you will. Mm-hmm. Jumping back to inside the party, Dodger, you're getting sloshed. Just real bad. So everything you're going to do, intelligence-wise, acrobatics-wise, you're going to be at a disadvantage.
Cute. Love it. Love to see it.
Okay.
Now, I have a quick question on our rules, because I don't think we've applied this before. So on things that he would normally have 3 dice on, he's at 2 dice?
Exactly.
For disadvantage. So he still has... Like, he still is skilled at something, he just is not as skilled.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So, Manticore, you find the bathroom, no problem. Gold, everything in the bathroom except for the floor, that's ivory.
Oh, so I was not actually trying to find the bathroom. Okay, I was looking for an excuse to get inside the house to try and find a quiet place to talk to the symbiote.
Okay.
And so I just let the social discussion let people assume that I was looking for the bathroom.
Understood.
Look, what is it you're sensing? How far is it?
It's 40 feet beneath us.
Is it beneath the house or is it beneath the lawn?
Both. Whatever this is, it's big and I want it. Oh, you owe me so much. You wouldn't let me have that black car earlier. You can at least give me this.
I have to meet the judge. Fine, let's just, we have to be quick. I can't guarantee everything. And I'm going to look for steps down.
Okay. Sure enough, you find them, no problem.
Okay.
And they
So obviously I'm keeping an eye out. I'm trying to keep an eye out for any, for Jeeves or whatever his name was.
Gerard.
Forgotten already. Gerard.
Mm-hmm.
And
my God, I just got it. Gerard the butler.
See, that's what I thought you were referring to earlier, Michael, when you're like, I hate this one that
No,
you
it
created.
was just a generic hatred, but now it's
but now it's
focused.
But now it's personal. All I have to say is
literally took me looking at my notes because I've written Gerard Butler. Didn't get it until I looked over at the notes and saw it together. So angry.
I love that. In my game, I had a ton of little hints like that no one ever picked up on, so it was just little bits for me to smile at.
Yeah.
I'm
enjoying myself.
I'm trying to keep. Yes, I'm trying to. Well, you should. Everyone should have a good time, including the game master. That's why we play these.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for Gerard or anybody else, and then I'm gonna try and head down and listen to the symbiote tell me, like, are we getting close? What is it? And I want to keep an eye on sort of what kind of area I'm in as well.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. So you're keep an eye out as you move down. You move through the wine cellar, and it looks like there's another door at the very back of the wine cellar that has a keypad on it, along with a retinal scan. As you're looking around and actively looking for the butler, from the shadows appears Gerard. Are you lost, sir?
I was looking bathroom.
This way, sir. And he scuttles back towards the steps of the wine cellar. This way, and gestures upwards.
I'll follow him.
You're going the wrong way, Eddie. It's down there.
I know, but we can't. I don't want to ruin this for Dodger.
He stops you. Gerard puts a hand right in your chest and stops you, looking you dead in the eyes, looking eye to eye. Are you on drugs, sir? You can tell me. I'm hip. I do heroin.
What? No. What are you?
Good, that was a
Gross.
test. I was just checking. This way. And he escorts you back up to the party.
Great. And into the bathroom, I assume.
Yes, to the gold-plated ivory bathroom.
Okay.
Wonder how much they pay in taxes.
Nothing. They're rich.
No,
Oh.
they get paid taxes.
Yeah.
Yes. They've lost
Look,
money on this
here.
house.
Here. I know you like gold.
That's true. I can have a little snack. This should do.
Yeah, I'll see what we can do. I'll see what we can do.
And-
like now that we know where it is, it becomes a lot easier.
It emerges from your hand, encasing the toilet, and then essentially strips it clean. Oh, Eddie, this was only gold plated. Oh, and you feel it retching.
We'll get something else too. I bet there's a lot of good stuff here.
You owe me. And he recedes. Oh, sorry, kitty. Back into your hand.
Okay, and I will and I will actually use the restroom and flush and do all the stuff because Gerard is probably hovering right outside the door.
Probably. It is kind of a mess. Like the toilet doesn't really flush very well because a lot of the mechanisms are missing. But yes, you do your biz. You walk out of there. Gerard just kind of raises an eyebrow at you, looks at the toilet, closes the door, puts an out of order sign on it. And yeah, you can return back to the party.
Great. So I will try and find the hot mess that Noah is.
Sounds good. Real quick, jumping back outside. So this thing is now scrap in front of you. What do we do?
Lynn,
I'm
Firebug.
sorry. I went deaf for a second. It was my fault.
Sorry.
At least I'm not cutting out. Wait just a moment. And because of the Miracula, I'm going to try to go around and see if I can put a sleeper hold on 2 of the catering staff ASAP.
Okay. I'll let you do so with advantage.
Okay. Do you need 2 separate rolls or just one?
Well, let's do one for now. And if you screw up, then maybe we'll take it a second.
All right. I got one success.
Okay, that's all you need. What was that, Lynn?
How many are there?
There are a total of 4.
Oh, well, I'll just see what he's doing and do the same.
Okay. You don't know how to do a sleeper hold.
I
So,
usually just slit their throats, so
yeah, so you just kind of murder him.
crack. Oops.
He's super asleep now. And Firebug follows your lead and successfully does the same, but doesn't kill him because he is a professional.
All right. You 2 get in the clothes and start going inside the house. That is your way inside the house. I can't because in a few minutes, I'm not going to fit those clothes.
You'll be a big boy again. Very well. I don't think any of these quite fit me, but I'll try.
Firebug, when you hear that starting pistol, you know what to do. I'm going to have to improvise, but I've got everybody's backs, okay? I'm going to make sure that everybody gets out of here.
Okay, you want us to open the garage for you?
Wait, what?
He wants to know if you want him to open the garage.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll do that. And he jumps into the van. The van, like, shakes and rattles, and one of the wheels comes up off the ground, and he emerges a half second later changed. Looking actually very cleaned up.
I'm gonna change, but in the other away from them.
That's
Because
fine,
of
I would
him.
too. Okay, so you 2 change, and you guys will enter the party. Do you guys gonna carry hors d'oeuvres or anything inside once you get there?
Oh, is that what we do? Is he doing that? I don't know.
Yes. He has Firebug has disappeared into this role of Keith, the hors d'oeuvre person.
Oh, I'll just take a plate of alcohol.
Plate of alcohol, okay. You've got a plate, lots of bottles of alcohol on it.
Like,
Alcohol, sir? Jack Daniels, perhaps?
hello, sir. I go up to like a person. What should be a pleasure?
This very portly man, balding over the top, he smiles big. This is my kind of party. And he grabs one of the bottles of whiskey off of your plate. And you two manage to blend into the crowd, as it were. Manticore, as you approach, you see Noah, Dodger. What is Dodger's? What do you look like? What are you doing? How many bottles are empty around you?
He's really uncomfortable wearing a shirt at this point because he hasn't worn one in a long time. He's still wearing it, but it's definitely like 3 or 4 buttons unbuttoned. Like it's a deep V. And he's got a glass in one hand. He's currently got at least one, maybe more people kind of cornered, telling them, basically preaching the Communist Manifesto at them.
Sure.
He's on a drunk soapbox is basically what he's doing.
Oh, of course. They are old, terrified people who are like, we don't know, dude. Chill. And you've kind of got them cornered. So that's what their evening is.
You don't understand. This is wrong. This is all wrong. All of this is wrong. We need to put the money back into the people. And
hey, it's all right. It's yeah. No, I get it. But hey, I had a question. You were about that point about that guy you were talking about earlier, Carlos Marx or something. And I'm gonna kind of like pull him away. I think I've heard him go off on this before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially you've seen this particular rant. It's one of his go-tos.
Okay.
Like why are you pulling me? Like I almost had them convinced.
Yeah, I know. Hey, is that Judge around here? Anywhere?
You look around bleary-eyed, and you spot him holding 2 bottles of whiskey. His hair is receding, and he's very portly looking. And you also see him chatting up to very poor effect a dispassionate waitress.
Over there, that's him.
Yeah, that's him. Is that looks like a.
He draws your attention to it, and you're positive that's Lynn.
Yeah. When does that when does that race start?
Soon? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna look over at the grandfather clock in the living room here.
Okay. Unfortunately, you don't know exactly what time the 3-legged race is supposed to start. They'll usually announce it, pair up teams, and then go from there.
Okay. Hey, it's I'm gonna go talk to him, but I think that maybe you just got off on the wrong foot with those folks. Like maybe you know what? Wait, I got it. Have you told your dad? I bet your dad would really like to hear about the pro-tariats, the pro.
Right.
The
I mean,
the prolets.
He hasn't really listened to me before, but this is a holiday. Like, yeah, anything's possible.
Yeah, he asked you to be here. He wants to spend some time with you. I'd love to.
You're a good friend. You're good friend, good guy. This good guy. This is a good
people
good guy.
like, yeah, haha, good guy.
Yeah. You go talk to Bourbon McBooze, and I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay, yeah, go talk to him.
Okay. And I'll see you when they want to do the race.
Yes. Good. Yeah. We should find out when that is. Yeah. Go and kind of shoves you kind of off in that direction. And Dodger is going to find the lists that they use to match people up for the three-legged race,
Mm-hmm.
and taking Eddie's suggestion about spending more time with his dad, he's gonna work it out so that he's partnered with his dad in the three-legged race, and because he now associates Eddie with the judge, he's gonna put the judge and Eddie as a team.
Oh, Jesus.
Perfect. Okay. Smart. I love this plan. All right, so you've gone off to do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You do it skillfully. You are drunk, but you are still super individual. The garage door opens up for you, RX, and you've started to grow in size. How does this affect your clothes? Is it a Hulk situation or is it like a?
I envisioned it more of like a Mr. Fantastic situation.
Okay. Your clothes stretch with you. Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll hand wave exactly what the clothing is made of.
It's elastic cotton. Gotcha.
Something like that. Yeah. So I mean, I would say that for comic effect, like his pants and like his jacket sleeves get a little shorter, but they still basically fit.
Of course. Yeah. We don't want you being indecent. So the garage opens, Firebug is there, and he's like, "Come on! I got it open."
All right. All right, you go do you. I'm gonna write it out in here as long as I can, but there's gonna come a time when I can't stay in here.
How big are you gonna get?
I'm not really sure right now. I've never mixed it with a Miraclo before. It could have some weird side effects that I'm not prepared for.
Actually, yeah, it does. And you start feeling nauseous. Did you have anything to eat today?
No.
Good. That's always good when you're taking pills.
Yeah.
The room begins to spin, and you go from growing to shrinking. And you go to your normal size to now 3/4 of your size to half your size. You're still super strong and super fast, but you are now, half the size.
Okay. I can work with this.
Turned into Puck.
Just don't throw him against a wall. He will go through it. Okay. Has that ever happened before?
No. But it's very fascinating. I'll have to make notes about this.
Okay, so you want me to start lighting things now?
Have you heard the starting pistol yet?
Well, you said I should go do me. Okay.
When you hear the starting pistol, I don't know how many times I have to say it.
Okay. Takes a deep breath. Hors d'oeuvres.
Yes, just like that. Now go!
And he goes off elegantly back to where he should be. Back to the party. Your dad kind of, without you noticing, saunters up to you. Slides up to you, I guess. I'm glad you did that. I was going to do it too.
Oh, good. What's this about? Like, Mom made it pretty clear that she didn't want me around, and now I'm here, and I'm glad to see you because I miss you a lot. But like,
I miss you too.
What is happening?
Come on, let's go for a walk. And he begins to walk off with you. He puts his arm around you, and before you manage to get any meaningful distance away, you hear the sharp shrill of your mother, "Bill! Don't hog our son!" And she goes and wrenches your father away into her arms. We're just so in love. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is.
Of course. Were you going to go for a walk, you two?
Yeah, we were actually, little father
You
son
can't do
bonding.
that because we're just starting the three-legged race. We're doing that now. That's happening. And then you see staff scramble like, yeah, oh shit, yeah, we're doing it. Three-legged race is starting. Get over here. See, you
Great.
can't go.
Super
Crummy timing.
Super great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot of crummy timing. Look, why don't you go get set up for the three-legged race, and we'll be right behind you.
Oh, you know how it is with your father. If I left him anywhere, he'd wander off into a field. Yeah, I can't do that. And
Yeah,
she begins escorting him.
I'm his partner for the three-legged race. I'm pretty sure I can help him find his way.
I'm sure you can, but you have enough stress in your life. I don't want to put this burden on you. And she again begins to pull him away.
No, go away. Yeah, I would like to make, oh God, this is gonna be bad because I'm drunk. I would like to strongly suggest she leave us alone. So I don't know. It's going to come off as a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's Dodger's intention. Whether or not it reads that way, and maybe reads as a threat, I don't know. We're going to let the dice decide, I think.
Go for it.
And I'm assuming since I'm inebriated, this is a
Disadvantage.
roll. Okay. This will go real well, guys. I'm not worried at all. So that's a 2.
Okay.
So, Dodger's gonna just kind of grab his dad's arm and look his mom and dad like, "Hey, Mom, I got it."
Okay, you go to just grab your dad's arm, but let's face it, you've been on the streets for a while and you've been doing a lot of training and fighting, and you kind of don't know your strength, and you end up grabbing your dad's arm a little rougher than you mean to, and you pull, and a look of actual like fear for a second crosses his face. And same for your mom. They both kind of stop and look at you. And your dad gently works his arm out of your grasp. I think we should go to the race.
All right.
And he begins
fine.
to kind of totter off towards it.
Yeah.
And your mom is just pointedly looking at you, just daggers.
Yeah. I'm gonna return the daggers. I'm just gonna return like that look back, like, yeah, nothing's changed. All right, fine. We'll play by your rules for now.
All of you head off. Everyone gets paired up. Manticore, you get paired up with the judge. He's getting pretty sloshed, and he finally notices that another person has been lashed to him, and he turns to you.
Hi. Eddie. Nice to meet you.
How's it going? Excuse me. Sorry, I've got a stomach bug thing.
Sure. No, I understand. It's you're a judge, right?
That's right, Honorable Judge Finnegan, presiding.
Oh yeah. Great to meet you, Judge Finnegan. Is it like doctor? Do I just call you Judge? Like how does that work?
Well, since I'm not in my robes, you can just call me Ralph. Ralphie, if you want. Care for a pull?
Okay.
And he hands you the whiskey.
What kind of whiskey is it?
It's just some rot gut.
Okay. I will sort of pretend to take a sip. Like I'll let it burn on my tongue and then hand it back and go like,
He's gonna clap you on the back and say, "Yeah, that's what I mean." Give me a check to see if you're able to keep it from going down your throat.
Sure. That's a success.
Perfect. So you feel it wash into your mouth, like, and you manage to get it out, no problem. Hand it back to him.
Yeah. Little harsh. Nothing like a good bourbon.
Yeah, it's got a nice coat in your mouth, so when you talk, it smells like you're
right.
Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, I say, that's all right, but nothing like a good bourbon.
Right, and he proceeds to just kind of go off on bourbon, and you've got a feeling that if you play your cards right and continue to humor him and tell raunchy jokes, he'll be your best friend.
Okay. I will try to live up to that, and try and work it into the like. Oh, so I understand. You might be able to help me with some legal problems.
Let's not talk about that right now. Here's my card. He gives it to you. We'll talk about it on Monday.
Oh, sure, yeah. Hey, speaking of Monday, did you hear the one about? And I
Talking about the
it has
Solomon
nothing to
Grundy
do with
fight.
Monday, but just
Gotcha. All right. Somehow your brothers have been paired up, Dom and Ethan. Um, your mom has got the gun, holding it in the air. Your dad is lashed to you. He's not looking at you pointedly. He's just kind of looking off into whatever direction he can.
Hey, look, I'm sorry about before. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing the way she treats you. You can't let her treat you like that.
I know. I'm tired too, son. I'm very tired.
Well, then, look, why don't you just leave?
Yeah, maybe I will. And with that, the gun goes off. So, those of you that are inside the house, you hear the shot fired. What do you all do?
Well, the lead up to this, I would want to put down the drinks and take a picture of them all tied up on my phone.
Okay. You snap a picture.
Just no reason. And then once the gun goes off, then I'm going to head off in the direction where he said the stuff would be.
Okay. RX. If you wanted to, you could also don a waiter's outfit. It'll be a little baggy. It'll roll up the sleeves and pull the toot over your head, but you should be all right.
I think I'm just gonna head in like I'm a little kid.
Totally fine. Totally fine. All right, so you all are heading in towards where the stash is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know that. Where would the goods have been kept? Would it have been in the basement, or would this have been upstairs somewhere?
Most of it would probably be in the basement. Like the stuff they put out is mostly for show and decoration. Like kind of like you called, like the toilet was gold plated. A lot of the stuff that's out is going to be look fancy, but not really be that worth that much. It's going to be all down in the vault beneath the house for super special occasions.
Okay. All right, so yeah, it's all
ritual
down in the vault.
sacrifice,
Right.
chanting to dark gods.
As you do. So yeah, it's all downstairs, past the wine cellar, at the same door that Manticore was at. How do you plan on getting past the security that's there?
Has he said fired everything yet?
Well, it's about to. Everyone is lining up for the three-legged race. Everyone is outside for the spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
You all have made your way downstairs. You see the security door. The gunshot has not been fired yet. Is there anything you want to do?
Wait for that moment.
Yeah, wait for that.
Okay. And with a bang, it goes off. Everyone, it's a cacophony, but Dom and Ethan are visibly cheating and elbowing people and like, this is mine, we're going to take it no matter what. What do the other two of you do? Are you trying as hard as they are? Are you matching the spirit of your partner, or what?
My plan is to kind of surreptitiously use my strength to support the judge, because obviously he's if he's not at 3 sheets, he's at 2.5 sheets, because he's getting there. And kind of put on a good effort, but not like I don't want us to fall and have people pay
Laugh
attention
at
to us
you.
because we're a disaster, and I don't want to get so far ahead that people think that like, oh, we're that they're paying attention because of that. Like a middle of the pack sort of thing.
Okay. All right.
Like hot front of the middle is where we're shooting for.
Okay, as you're doing pretty much all of the work, the judge is barking at you to run faster.
Right.
He wants to beat these snobs.
Oh, okay. So I'll try and we'll try and make that work. I want to get him on. I want to be on his good side. So we're gonna kind of
Okay. All right.
hustle.
You're gonna hustle. All right. Dodger, you're dead. He's moving, but again, he's kind of older, and so he's not really. He's towards the back of the pack, and yeah, you could pull and usher him forward and get him further along, or you can just kind of meander and take your time with him and just have fun.
I'm
with
gonna
it.
meander and take my time with them because I think this is the moment that we actually have a moment alone because everybody's focused on the race,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of sort of ask, what is this about?
He tries to like brush you off. Not now. We're in the race. Come on. And
Yeah.
it's still like a feeble attempt, but he's like trying to go anyways.
Come on, Dad, we're not gonna win this race. Can you at least tell me what it's about now?
But at least we
No
can
one-
try. Noah,
Okay.
just try.
All right, you want me to try? We'll try. And Noah's gonna kind of grab his dad and put on some speed. And,
okay.
I'm gonna try to pull a W out of this.
Okay.
Which is gonna go terribly because I
So-
keep forgetting that I'm drunk and I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Yes.
Um,
So how I'm going to do this is we need a total of 5 successes.
cool.
Whoever gets to 5 successes first is going to be the winner between the 3 of us. All right. Go ahead and give me a test if you have anything that gives you advantage, like your super strength. Cool. Same with your super speed, but I guess that's going to be
So-
at a regular test.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
So
here we
first
go.
roll, I got-
That's 1 success.
no successes. All
Goose
right.
egg.
Next round, I got 1 success.
Nothing.
1 success.
Okay, all 3 of you are tied up. No success. So I've got 1 so far.
1 success.
So you got 2.
Mhm.
I have another success.
You 2 pull ahead of Ethan and Dom, and they are grabbing at you, trying to trip you both up. And they get 2 successes, so they're now at 3.
I am also at 3, so I got 1 more success. So
Okay.
I got 2 successes.
All right.
We're pulling to the lead with 4.
Right. All right. Let's see what happens. I got 1 success.
I got 1 success.
I got no successes.
It is neck and neck. All 3 of you are tied. You've blown past the pack.
1 success.
Boxcars, these guys, Snake Eyes, they eat it hard. There's, for some reason, a giant thing of mud and pigs there, and they faceplant right into it.
Can I give a description? Like you said they were cheating, and
Oh,
everyone
yes.
else's legs have been lashed together to do the actual 3-legged race.
Mm-hmm.
But I think theirs has been like there's like a rope loop between each leg, but then they have like a
Slack between them.
yeah, slack between them, like a halter, and so they have actually just been like running
Mm-hmm.
and walking, and then like at this point the rope got tangled up in them and actually yanked their legs together, and then they went down into the pigs in the slop in the mud.
Perfect. Because rich people, they would have pigs.
Gotta hide the evidence.
Yes.
I got no successes, so it looks like Dodger and
Dodger and your dad won. You 2 are jumping up and down for joy. He's holding on to you. He looks ecstatic, just so happy. Thank you, Noah. Thank you for trying. I knew you could do it if you just applied. And he holds your face, and it's a very tender moment, and it's very sweet. Cut back to the security door. Everyone you hear screaming and shouting upstairs. Pyro looks to you. So how do we get through it? Do you want me to burn it down?
Sure. Or Babies RX, don't you have super strength or something?
I thought you had a plan, Firebug.
He lowers glasses that you didn't know he had under his like hat. The torch becomes like white hot, and very focused, and he just cuts away at where the door, the knob would be, and kicks it. The door swings open.
There we go. I step in.
All right, as the plan goes, you guys get everything, and I'll take care of stuff up here.
Very good. I draw my gun and I just start walking. in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you two descend the stairs, it winds back and forth before you find this open room. In it, at the very end of it, you see a computer. Of course, it fills much of the back wall because this is a DC computer, and these things are giant. And there you see cameras, you see screens for everything going on outside. You see like 9 different icons, one of which, there should have been a 10th one, but that one's been blinked out and it's red. It shows more of those metal chickens of some sorts. You had a pretty good feeling that if you wanted to, you could shut everything down, all the security, and wipe the tapes.
Alex, you're a doctor. You should know how to use computers, right?
That's not how it works, but I am also pretty good with computers. Thank you.
As you both enter the room, a light explodes to your right, and you realize that is just another closet for them, and inside you see jewels and stacks of money and art.
I'll go load this in the bags.
I'll
Like,
cut
I have
the
like the duffel
security.
bags, and you turn off the security, and I just start going things to do. Pyra, or whatever your name is. help me
He's
out
not
here.
even there. He's
Oh,
lighting things on
very
fire
well.
upstairs.
I'll do it myself.
He's spreading accelerant and what have you. All right. So you're loading things into the bag. You're trying to take down the computer. Go ahead and give me a test. I'll give you advantage. It's dumb enough for rich people to use, so it must be really easy.
Fair enough.
Where's the any key?
Nope. No successes.
So yeah, you're
Oh,
looking at this
no.
like,
So I do want to remind you, in case we've forgotten about our rules, that you can use stress to generate a success if
All
you
right.
desire.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the bare minimum.
okay. You do find there isn't any key, and it's any off, any on. And you hit it,
Any off. Yeah.
and it powers
Oh,
everything off. You see Manticore and Dodger, you both see the cameras fall over lazily, and the robotic metal birds stop moving in their tracks. They just would go into like a rest mode.
I think Dodger's too in the moment to really assess what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the moment with his dad, and also like with his dad pointing at his brothers, like, "Fucking took you down. Finally, after how many years, you lost. You lost. You're the losers."
Your dad gets in. Yeah, losers.
oh my
You
God.
both are enjoying making fun of your brothers. Out of nowhere, a very rotund but very lovely woman approaches the two on the ground and kind of yanks them up. I'll get them cleaned up for you, don't worry. And you know that is Miss Mumberly, your lovely housemaid. She doesn't take the same guff from these two if they try and lip off. She cups them by the ears and whisks them away. She nods. Happy to see you, Master Noah.
Always happy to see you, Mrs. Lumberly.
She nods and curtsies, takes him away. So, your dad's like, good. Now that they're being taken care of, I can make my announcement. And you guys are unlashed, servant. The judge strapped to you, Eddie, is still drunk but still happy. He's like, we gave one hell of a race and we put those 2 kids in the mud, and I am a-okay with that.
Yeah, we did it, and I'm gonna sort of make my exit and said like, this was a great fun. I'll call you on Monday. We can talk some business, but I really enjoyed that race with you, and I'll be back in a minute, and
And he-
I'm gonna head to the house.
And once you've gotten more than 5 feet away, he's lost focus on you and has gone off to do something else. Like a toddler, just off. Those of you downstairs, you managed to get it was nice of them to include a dolly of some sort for you, so you can load things onto it.
Sure.
You manage to do that, and you get one load upstairs, and you step into the wine cellar, and all of the bottles are broken, and a smell of gasoline hits your nose.
Uh-oh.
So do with that information what you will. Firebug is nowhere to be seen.
Oh well. How about I take this and I grab a hold of it because I can teleport with inanimate objects, and I just teleport it as far as I can see.
Okay.
And then I try to find a way out of there.
Yeah, you guys can walk through it. The ground is just the wine cellar is soaked in wine and gasoline, but you can walk
Sure,
through no
yeah.
problem.
I'm just
Well, I
trying to
just
get
want to
through
get
it
out
as
of there.
fast
The
as
hell,
possible.
yeah.
So at some point, I'm going to be, I'm sort of running inside to try and get down to the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I run into RX or something, but I'm definitely headed to that same place.
Absolutely. As Nikki apparates in front of you with the cart, you stop like mere
you gotta
inches
like
from
warn
hitting
us
her.
about something about that. Is the vault open?
Yes, dear, you can go down and check. And then she
Great.
teleports to the next location.
I run downstairs. Oh, jeez.
There's like a faint smell of sulfur.
RX, did you go back
Oh, I
for
didn't
another
mean from
thing?
you. I
Of...
meant from the bottles and the
No,
gasoline
I
smell.
think
Yeah.
I think once we get to the room and Firebug's nowhere to be seen and everything's fishy, I'm out.
Okay. So you're not going to collect any more loot. All right, so just the one cart. Cool. Manticore, you guys pass each other on the stairs as you continue to head down.
I just there's something I gotta check out here. I sort of say to RX as we pass. I'll be out in a minute.
Okay. He gives you a thumbs up, and you continue down the stairs, and you feel goose flesh bristle up on the symbiote as you continue on.
Okay, we have to be quick because there's going to be a fire and we got to get
don't
out
worry,
of here.
this will be real quick. And you feel him almost pulling you forward, leading the way. And you get to the back wall of where the closet was, downstairs, and you find a panel, a false back, and it pushes through and slides to the side. And there, sitting on a pillow of sorts, is this sparkly foreign rock. And the symbiote grabs onto it, and it begins to burrow into this thing. And
is it like fist sized or is it bigger or smaller?
it's about fist sized, yeah. Well, it's about
Okay.
the size of a head.
Okay.
Bowling ball sized. So it begins to burrow into it, and it shatters it, and inside is this liquid. And it rears up, and the liquid reacts as if it's talking to the symbiote.
Oh, fuck.
And the two...
Great. Is this it? Can we go? Can you do this?
And you feel almost white flash over your eyes, and you lose consciousness in what's happening. He's merging with something, and you're sort of on autopilot. So your eyes have rolled to the back of your head. We'll get to what that's happening in a second. Everyone has been untied, and your dad gets up on a podium. Everyone's like, "Oh, good race, good job. You showed your kids." Dom and Ethan are there in robes. Of course, they're like really soft and really big robes and really comfy, but they have no shame. Your dad gets up on the podium and says, "Thank you for being here, Noah. I really appreciate it." And he leans into the microphone. He's like, "Thank you all for coming. And I know this was short notice for many of you, but I wanted to officially announce my retirement, and the succession of the company will go to my son, Ethan." And then everyone like uproarious applause, and Ethan's like, "Oh, Dad, you shouldn't have. Oh, I appreciate it." And sorry, my dog's trying to climb on my lap. And he gets down and thanks everyone. And he comes over to you. He's like, I wanted you to be here to hear it from me first. I didn't want someone else passing you that information, Noah. I wanted it to be you. I wanted to give you everything. But that's just not the way it goes. The company, the family has to survive. And unfortunately, I don't know if it will under your watch. And your dad hugs you and then walks away from you.
All right. Let's make things easy. I'll go up to Ethan and give him a handshake and bear the clamminess.
Yeah.
And congratulate him on getting the company.
Hey, if you need a job, come see me. We'll hook you up with something in the mailroom.
Yeah.
You and your friend.
I think we're gonna be good, but I look forward to the new directions you're gonna take this company.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you smell that? Is someone? Are we lighting the barbecue already? And you see a glowing light from inside the house slowly begin to crawl up one side. Manticore, you
tell me, boss. I'm on autopilot.
Oh yeah, I'm saying you hear essentially the chattering of to your ears. It sounds like a dial-up, but two dial-up connections speaking to one another.
Yeah. Robots sacrificed for our desire for communication. I got it.
Mm-hmm,
I was there. I lived through that time.
RX, are you doing anything else aside from going to the van?
Nope. I'm just making a beeline for the van.
Okay. Nikki, are you hanging out in the van?
I'm gonna go back front of the load. Why not? I'm not afraid of a little fire.
Okay, totally. Yeah, you're fireproof-ish. Fire resistant. So you head back on through, and yeah, the entryway is now lit ablaze.
I'll just teleport through it. Fine, speed it up.
Yeah, no worries. So you run downstairs, and you gather up another load, and you see Manticore standing there, eyes rolled
Manticore,
back.
we need to get out of here. I don't believe yours fire resistant Simon.
He's not responding at all.
One of those days, I take him and I try to move him onto the dolly.
Now the thing is, the dolly, you can fit him, but you won't be able to fit anything else.
And can I put things on top of him, like bags?
No way, he's too unstable.
She thinks
While you're thinking about it, jumping over to Dodger, you can tell the house is on fire. You can tell Firebug is started his part of the plan. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna shake myself out of the stupor, like I did not see that coming at all, and try and blend in with the family. Try to get people to safety. It's part of the plan, get them all distracted. Come on, everybody! Let's someone call the fire department. Clearly there's some faulty wiring, probably with that cheap automated security system you installed.
Everyone's fire, oh no, and cell phones come out, and they're yuppies, so they don't actually run, but the cell phones come out and they're recording it and taking selfies, and eventually they'll call. You guys have insurance. What does it matter?
Yeah, I know. Son of a bitch.
So jumping back down to Lynn.
Lynn will be like, he's bulletproof, and shoot him.
You shoot him.
Yeah, see if it wakes him up, slapping him. It might be a little bit more slapper.
All right. That gets the attention of everyone in the party. Everyone drops Was that a gunshot? What the hell was that? People are freaking out now. Panic and pandemonium erupts as people are running from the house. You don't see where your dad went.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a quick parting shot to Ethan. Like, looks like your future's looking bright already, and run off try to find my dad.
Okay. The yuppies, they're swarming and running. Your dad has been picked up in the swarm, and he's like trying to reach out to get to you, but it's a little bit like that scene from Lion King.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's just kind of getting bounced around as they're running away from this. Lynn, downstairs, Manticore is still frozen. You shoot him. You see it dent him, but doesn't actually do any damage.
Oh, bugger. Is there anything like that looks special in here? Or did we kind of get like? Is it just more like?
I mean, there's this rock that's split in half that is on a pillow in a secret vault.
Besides that, or just that?
Just that.
Can I take that and him?
Sure.
Okay, so I'll just like push him onto it and be like, "You owe me for this," and I'll just grab the rock.
Okay. And you're wheeling him up and teleporting every so often with the cart. You all managed to get him up there, no problem, and into the van. Firebug is waiting for you. He's eating popcorn. You don't know where the hell he got popcorn, but he's eating it.
Did he pop it himself?
Probably. He has one of those air poppers over one of the fires. Yeah, he's got that going.
Can you reach the pedals?
I don't know if RX can reach the pedals. He's tiny still.
He's muted right now.
And still muted.
Well, I said barely, but yeah, I know you probably have a point. So
I will allow you to.
No. I'll gladly hand it off to somebody.
Very well. Look after Manticore, and I'll just start driving.
All right, and you just start driving. Okay.
Yeah, I figured the other. I mean, Noah, Dodger, will be able to get out of there just fine. I mean, he's with his family, so.
Yeah, you should be safe with your family.
His cover, right?
Yeah.
So it works out.
So yeah, you are still drunk. You're in a stupor. Your dad is being bounced around by these yuppies as they run. Give me a test to see if you can get to them.
Okay. I'm going to use my acrobatics to make it an even check. So
Okay.
I'm gonna duck, dodge, and dive, and parkour my way through this crowd. And that's one success. That's 1-6.
Okay, you managed to close some distance on him. You're gonna need one more success to actually get a hold on him, as everyone is like jostling and running and what have you. Your dad is being spun around.
Hear that dice? Just one more success. I did it. That's a 5.
You did it. You managed to get your hands on him. And the crowd, you managed to pull each other together, and the crowd is pushing you all as they're running away from the gunshot.
Hey, are you all right?
Yes, I think they broke my arm. I'm all right though.
Okay, well let's get you out of here. Come on. And I'm gonna try to maneuver us through the crowd like a salmon swimming downstream. Like work with the crowd, ducking and dodging and trying to avoid the people that are stopped and being idiots.
Wonderful. Yeah, you do that, no problem. You use your own body to shield them from any more harm. You get out of the crowd, and people seem to kind of calm down as they've gotten as far away from the gunshot as they can. Your dad is still hurt, and you hear the shrill voice of your mother for the third time tonight. Bill! And she runs to him and kind of not scoops him up, but like wraps her arms around him, and he winces. What did you do to him, Noah?
I saved his life.
Saved his life? You call this saving his life?
Yeah, it's more than you did.
What are you
Where were
talking
you?
about?
Where have you? Yeah, where have you been our entire lives?
Is this what I get for inviting you back into our home? You hurt this family?
You didn't invite me back. He did.
Who do you think let him?
Oh, let him.
Yes.
That's fucking rich.
Yes, we are. And you are not. You know what?
Yeah?
It was a bad idea to let you into this house. You should leave.
Looking over at the house on fire. Looks like you're a little less rich than you were before.
It's fine. It's just things. And that's something you never got, Noah. It was just things. And she like turns her attention to him. And you feel a big hand on your shoulder. And it's Dom. I think it's time to go.
Yeah, not yet.
Come
And
on.
I'm gonna
Don't make me remove you. I don't want to do that.
I'd like to see you try.
He takes a deep breath, rolls up the sleeves on his robes, and out of nowhere appears oh my lord. Mrs. Mumbleby. I can't say it.
Mumberly.
Mumberly, thank you. You two need to stop now. And like just her gaze makes Dom wither. Noah, honey, I know you don't mean any harm, but right now there is no good that can come from any of this.
All right. Just give me 1 second. And I'm gonna take I'll just take the shirt that I'm wearing. Just take that off, fashion a sling for Dad, and kind of do forehead to forehead. Look, I love you. Nothing they say will change that.
He puts a hand on your cheek before your mom forces her way in there.
But clearly I'm not welcome here anymore.
He looks like he wants to say something, but he also has the look of a man that's been beaten over years and doesn't.
Have a nice life, he says to his mother, and puts a hand on his dad's shoulder. And Dad, I'll see you around.
Out of nowhere, your other brother, Ethan, appears almost looming over them. They will all see to that.
Yeah. We've still got enough money after you pay off the house. Get some dental work. And I'll turn and walk out, away.
All right. The house is ablaze as you exit. Fuck it. You could say you walk through the fire if you want. It's your goddamn moment.
Oh, yeah.
Through the front doors, you push them open as the foyer falls inwards behind you. No one's there. Your friends have left you.
Son of a bitch!
Oil can!
Oil me!
Pull out the phone, schedule a goober.
Mm-hmm. Before long, a ride shows up. It's a powder blue Prius.
It's gonna be all over previous.
I'll get in the back seat.
You get in, Alanis Morissette is playing, and it drives you off back to the lair. And that is where we're going to leave it tonight. Thank you all for joining us. I had a blast. I've been your host, GM Mace. You can find me every Wednesdays here, and make sure that you follow the Games We Never Play network for all of our podcasts and shows. We will be taking a little bit of a break come the end of December, so you'll lose us for a bit, but the podcast will still be going. But this will go away, and a few other stuff will calm down so we can spend time with the family. Let's go around the table. Where can people get more of you? Let's start with Noah Sykes Dawkins. I'm surprised you have that name still, Sykes.
Well, I have my keyboard is a little far away at the moment. So, hi, I'm Joey Nestra. That's my actual name. You can find me on all the socials by that name. You can also catch me on It's Probably OK's Saturday morning stream, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are playing Silence in the Force, a hack of Jason Mills' Demigods game set in the Star Wars universe. Super fun. Get to see me play a straight-laced Jedi who definitely accidentally cut off a monster's arm in our last session. Oops.
I don't think it was an accident.
It was a mild accident.
He fell
It's
on my
fine.
lightsaber.
it fell on my lightsaber 10 times. You can also
had it
catch
coming.
me, right? You can also catch me on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. I was in our Vampire 5e game, Glittery Night, that's currently on hiatus, but you want to go back and listen to all the previous episodes, get caught up, so when we come back in the new year, you're all ready to go. And in that game, you can see me play a Toreador vampire who's an LA fuckboy, and that's just beautiful, and I get to do all the fun stuff that entails. And yeah, keep an eye on the socials. Hopefully more is coming. And back to you.
Okay. Nikki, where can they get more of you at?
Sorry.
Where can they get more of you? Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear. Okay. Yeah, I'm Nikki Wan. You can find me on Twitter. Mostly just retweeting various things recently. But I also write for GameCritics.com for video game reviews. So you can look for some reviews on that website. So check it out. And then here, of course, every week.
Awesome. Nick, where can they find more? If they want to follow the Sungrower, where can they find that?
Well, of course, I'm here every Wednesday. I'm not currently on any other shows, but if you did want to check out other things, I have been on Happy Jacks podcast network, and way back in the day, Saving Throw. But stay here on Games We Never Play, because we're producing current content with me. At least through the run of this show. You can find me online on the socials at Sungrowler. Will track me down on Instagram and Twitter. I have recently found my Instagram login, and so I can actually access that platform again. So if you have followed me in the past and I haven't said anything or followed or posted anything, well, that might change. Probably won't, but it might.
Nice. Glad you got access to that back.
Yeah.
Michael, if they want more Michael in their life, like I need more LA stories of awesomeness, where can they get that?
Like the time that I went to Fred 62 in Atwater or Los Feliz, and Karen O from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs was there the same night as one of the guys from Poison.
Yeah, that kind of stories. Yeah.
Yeah. Not together, by the way. I really wish they had been together, but no, they were independent. You can find me on Instagram at Michael R. Holmes, or you can find me on Twitter at MRH_3E.
Wonderful. This show, as with all of our shows, we've got a nice little partnership with Dice Envy. So you need dice. Everyone needs shiny math rocks. You deserve it. You have friends that are nerds, and they're like, what do I get them? They have all of the D&Ds. Whatever. Get them math rocks. Everyone needs math rocks. Use GWNP at checkout to get 10% discount on your first order. So that's GWNP. Thank you all. We will see you next week. Have a wonderful week adventure. We'll see you next time.
Life Week? That's
Life
even better
Week.
than Star Wars.
The Life Week.
Yeah,
Go with
the holiday
adventure.
special's not out yet.
Yes,
The Lego one is.
that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
The Lego one.
It's fun.
So catch you all next time. Take care.